CYB. Friday Night Rivals pregame show is sponsored by Food City.
Hello and welcome to week 3 of Toyota's Friday Night Rivals presented by Holston Medical Group. This is the Food City pregame show. Tonight's game features Twin Springs and Holston. The Holston has been the top team in Class 1 football in Southwest Virginia in recent years. Cavaliers have been to the state semifinals 2 years in a row, and they've won 16 straight regular season games. I sat down with their head coach, Chris Akers, ahead of tonight's game against Twin Springs.
We're excited to be on Game of the Week, and Twin Springs the last couple years, Coach Warner's done a really good job reviving that program, and last year they were one game away from being in the regional championship. They still got a lot of guys coming back that are major players for them, so we're excited about this week.
I know your week 1 game, you had some weather elements to deal with. You got the game in a little later than originally planned, but what did you see from your team in week 1?
We're making a lot of mistakes, but they're mistakes that we hope we can get fixed for this week, and we know we got to play a lot better this week against Twin Springs, or else the outcome's not going to go in our favor.
Last week, I was talking to the Tennessee coaches before the second game. They said that the teams always make their biggest jumps from week 1 to week 2. Do you feel like that's the case, and why so?
I agree with that. I think that you learn a lot about your kids. Scrimmage and benefit games. We learn a lot about positions and where to play guys, but there's nothing better to evaluate a kid than a game type situation. So again, we're young, we're making a lot of mistakes, but hopefully we can get them corrected. In
your first game, you pitch a shutout on defense, so even though there are some mistakes, you have to like that goose egg on the scoreboard.
Our defense the last couple years has been pretty steady. And our kids gravitate a lot towards defense. They like playing defense, but offensively, we've got to get better this week and do some things, to improve on the offensive side of the ball.
When you came here to Holston, I mean, you took over for a program that had gone to the state semifinals. What's that fine line between wanting to put your own imprint on things, but also not wanting to mess up what they have going on here?
I told everybody last year the only thing I could have done was mess it up. So, I didn't want to reinvent the wheel when I got here. I thought we were in a good place where we were. We had a lot of seniors last year that had played in meaningful snaps, and I put my stamp on some things, but we kind of kept some things the same way as well. And hopefully it's continuing. We can keep that going with our kids. It's been a long time since we've lost a regular season game, and we know that, and I'm sure everybody else does. So we've had some good things going on here. We just hope to maintain those.
With a younger team this year, is it back to teaching more than maybe it had been a year ago?
We realized that, after we looked at film on Saturday when we got back, that, there's a lot of things that, we took for granted last year with all those seniors, and these younger guys, they need a lot more help from us and input from us about where they need to be in certain spots. So these younger kids are, they're learning as they go. And I told them at halftime, I told them that, I know that we're young, but we got to grow up now. And God told me when I first started coaching, you can find out, how old your kids are by looking in the parking lot. We got 3 kids that are driving. So we got a lot of young kids, a lot of sophomores that are playing in meaningful snaps for us.
Now these young sophomores, though, they've grown up, whether 8th grade and freshman year, a program that has not lost a regular season game yet. So the expectations, certainly they come into are a little bit higher, probably when they were much younger, the other kids were coming in. Does that factor in at all? Do they feel that pressure on themselves at all?
And we've talked to them about that. This is a whole different team and a whole nother year. They just need to be themselves and create their own identity. Because I feel like these sophomores that we have right now are going to be those kind of players that those seniors were last year in a year or two. But it just takes time. We're going to make mistakes. We make mistakes as coaches. We make mistakes as players. But it's going to take time. But I don't feel like they have any type of pressure on them. I think, I've said it before, I enjoy coaching this group about as much as I've enjoyed any other group. They just come, they work, and they're eager to learn.
What are the 1 or 2 things you guys have to do well on Friday to get a win over Twin Springs?
We have to limit our turnovers. We had a lot of turnovers last week. We also have to be able to line up correctly on them and Yeah, we just got to get better overall. They're a really good football team. They really are. They're going to pose us a lot of problems, and and for us to win on Friday night, we're going to have to play our best game.
Coming up next, we're going to catch up with Twin Springs head coach Keith Warner as his Titans get ready to take on Holston right here on Friday Night Rivals.
Team,
you earned this moment.
this was not our finest moment. Now let's go to McDonald's.
Now on the McDonald's app, get 20% off your entire order every day. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
With a new Toyota, you can practically make summer stand still. From making a splash in a Highlander to fitting in more fun in a Camry or tackling a trailhead in a RAV4 hybrid. Who's a good boy? Enjoy the last of summer in an exciting new Toyota during Toyota's National Sales Event.
Save big on the best-selling SUV Toyota RAV4, like this electrified RAV4 hybrid with fuel savings over $3,700. Save even more with 1.9 APR financing.
Come in today.
Toyota, let's go places.
Justin here with my favorite dog, Tucker, to show you these great deals at Friendship. Don't dare pay over MSRP. At Friendship, we have 200 new vehicles with a lifetime warranty. Make this the summer event at Friendship Jeep of Bristol. Nobody beats Friendship. We're dealing.
All trophies and plaques for WCYB's Friday Night Rivals are provided by Eddie's Trophies and Gift Shop in Bristol. Eddie's Trophies also offers medals, plaques, acrylics, glass, and crystal pieces for your business, school, or sports team. That's Eddie's Trophy and Gift Shop online at eddiestrophies.com.
Team,
You earned this moment.
this was not our finest moment. Now let's go to McDonald's.
Now on the McDonald's app, get 20% off your entire order every day. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Twin Springs is a program going like this. They're headed up. The Titans have taken a step forward each year under fifth-year head coach Keith Warner. Last season, they won a district championship and made it to the second round of the playoffs. They started 2022 off with a 28-8 win over Northwood.
I think our kids responded well in week one. I like the physicality that we played with. I thought we were really physical up front, and that's really going to be our key to this year's success is our line play. And I think our line, they're going to control a lot of games, and I think that's where we're going to win and lose a lot of games, and we've seen that in week one.
You talked about your line's going to carry you guys this year. In the Class 1 level, how important is it to have a good offensive line? It may not be the sexy thing to talk about, but that's something that can play into November and December football.
Our line, they've had a great offseason, so it's crucial for our success. And I think, in 1A football, if you can control the line of scrimmage, you're going to give yourself a chance week in and week out to compete every Friday. So, you put Ryan Horn behind that line, so it's going to be huge to see, what our line can do and give Ryan Horn an opportunity.
How have you built the program to where it is today? Because I know what you came in year one where it was. Have you ever looked back and been like, wow, we've gotten pretty far in this time? Or is it something you're just working every day to get better? But have you ever stepped back to kind of look at the progress you've made?
I'd be lying if I said no. 100% we've looked back. And, I've told you this story, day one, year one, we walked down the field with 9 kids. And Coach Davis looks at me and he says, man, what are we going to do? I was like, I don't know what we're going to do. He said, well, we got to find 2 more players. So that's a funny story. But, looking back on that and seeing what all we had to go through and how we had to grow as coaches, and there's not one thing that we've done that's gotten us to this point. But the one thing I can say is myself and our coaching staff, we've coached hard, but we've coached, and it's cliche, but we've coached with a lot of love, too. These kids know that we're here for them. They know that we want to be at Twin Springs. They know that we're not using this as a stepping stone. They don't hear rumors of us going places every year. they truly know that we care about them, and we coach them hard. You know, and my statement is coach them hard, love them harder.
In year one, I saw you at one of your games, and it was on a Thursday. You came over to me and said, "Why are you covering our team?" And now, 5 years later, you're going to be on TV for the first time.
For an opportunity like this, for one of the smallest schools in the state of Virginia, wow. You know, we're very appreciative. We're appreciative of you guys, and I know our community and kids are appreciative of you all. So we're gonna seize the moment, and we're gonna enjoy it.
What a challenge does Holston present you guys? What have you seen from them in their first game and in years past?
They're physical. They're always physical. They play hard, and they got tough kids. And I think we have similar kids this year that will get after it, fly around to the football. They'll hit you. They like contact. And then, you know, you throw in a couple athletes there that can make plays. So we're going to be ready for them. They're going to be ready for us. I think it's two similar teams with whoever controls the ball, no turnovers. You know, the coaches speak that they always give. Whoever takes care of the football, less penalties is going to win. But I think that speaks true with this game. It's two similar teams matching up that are going to fight for 4 quarters.
For the kids you have back from last year, do they now know what it takes playing a team like Holston, having saw them last season?
Yeah, they do. They, you know, and I think the postseason run that we had last year, I think that helps. You know, when you get to see teams like the East Sides and the Nortons in our conference, and then you get to postseason play and you get to see the East Side again, and then you get Patrick Henry. You know, I think they understand the level of play that we have to play with now to be successful and to, you know, get to that next step. I keep using that phrase, but, you know, until we get, you know, past those teams, you know, that have already set their standard, you know, that's where we're going to take those next steps, you know, with our program.
Up next, we're going to go inside the numbers on tonight's matchup between Twin Springs and Holston.
Hey, Dustin here with my favorite dog, Tucker, to show you these great Friendship deals. We have 800 used cars in stock as low as $6 grand. And at Friendship, you get a lifetime warranty and a 7-day any reason exchange on new and used vehicles. Nobody beats Friendship. We're dealing.
At Bank of Tennessee, it's our job to help you focus on the happy moments and check off the things on your to-do list to pull it all off, like finding the perfect soil mixture, the right pots, and a healthy inventory. So you can wonder what they'll think of the displays, and if your green thumb will leave its mark on the community. We're here along the way, so you can pull off the happiest moments in life. Bank of Tennessee, in the business of happiness.
Behind every Food City meat and seafood counter is a highly trained, certified butcher. Our butchers offer special orders, custom cuts, and even entire meal recommendations. In fact, you'll be so impressed with our butchers, you'll be asking yourself, what can't they do?
Huh. I bet he'd be great at wrapping presents.
Okay, well, maybe not that. But at Food City, our butchers make almost everything better.
This isn't your typical runaway bride scene. It's a Nissan sales event ad. Now that's something I can commit to.
His RAV4 doesn't even have as many standard safety features as this Rogue.
Now shop our inventory of certified pre-owned vehicles.
Love may be forever, but these offers are not.
Owning a golf cart has never been easier. At golfcarts.com, we offer 100% in-house financing. Back credit, no problem. Payments starting as low as $99 per month. Save thousands now with immediate delivery available. For more information, go to golfcarts.com.
Welcome back to the Food City pregame show. It's time to go inside the numbers on tonight's game between the Titans and Cavaliers. Twin Springs' last win in this series came back in 2016, so it's been 6 years since the Titans have beat Holston. The last 4 games in this series have been dominated by the Cavaliers. 2017, Holston won 26-7. 2018, they won 44-0. 2019, they won 43-6. Now, the two teams did not play in 2020. Last season, Holston won 41-16. You add that all up, it's 154 for Holston, 29 for Twin Springs, something the Titans will be looking to change tonight. Well, there's only one thing left to do before kickoff. The Prep Picks crew make their predictions for who will win the top games of the week. That's next.
Hey, Dustin here with my favorite dog, Tucker, to show you these great deals at Friendship. We have 800 used cars in stock as low as $6,000. And at Friendship, you get a lifetime warranty and a 7-day any reason exchange on new and used vehicles. Nobody beats Friendship. We're dealing.
I'm Chili Billy Jones. That was me as a baby. Cute, right? Now, ever since I can remember, I've loved chili. You can probably tell. Especially Pal's Chili Burger. One tasty all-beef patty covered in chili, cheese, and onions. I'm a big fan. Even got my own chili bits, all ready for the occasion. It's Chili Billy time.
Chili lovers rejoice. The Chili Burger, only at Pal's. Great food in a flash. I love you.
Laurel Family Drug has been serving Damascus for 30 years, providing healthcare services to the area and people we call family. Laurel Family Drug. Go Holston Cavaliers!
Behind every Food City meat and seafood counter is a highly trained, certified butcher. Our butchers offer special orders, custom cuts, and even entire meal recommendations. In fact, you'll be so impressed with our butchers, you'll be asking yourself, what can't they do?
Huh. I bet he'd be great at wrapping presents.
Okay, well, maybe not that. But at Food City, our butchers make almost everything better.
Owning a golf cart has never been easier. At golfcarts.com, we offer 100% in-house financing. Back credit, no problem. Payments starting as low as $99 per month. Save thousands now with immediate delivery available. For more information, go to golfcarts.com.
Ride the Creeper Trail with the best. Bicycle Junction in Damascus. Your bike and shuttle needs are one and done with Bicycle Junction. Go to bicycle-junction.com to learn more.
Garrett Funeral Home supports the Cavaliers and has supported families in and around Damascus during times of need. Garrett Funeral Home, enriching lives, educating minds, easing sorrows.
Welcome into week 3 of Prep Picks. Casey Getz alongside Heather Williams and Steve Wilmuth, ESPN Tri-Cities, TriCitySports.com. Looking at the standings, somebody had the first perfect week of this young season. We'll leave it at that and move on. Steve, you're in last place, so we'll give you the first pick this week. It's a battle of Bristol, Virginia. The Bearcats hosting John Battle.
Well, nobody can be in last place and have the first week of the year, right? So obviously that wasn't me. This game, Battle of Bristol, two teams that gave up nearly 50 points each on defense last week were outgained on the ground by nearly 250 yards. Virginia High losing a lot of playmakers from last year. Meanwhile, John Battle still on that losing streak with still a young team. It wasn't quite the easy pick I thought it was going to be, but I'm still going to stick with the Bearcats.
Yeah, it's really interesting in Virginia High because there were a lot of expectations. Even though they lost a lot of the guys from this last year, I still think that the Bearcats thought that they were going to be a really good football team, but the loss to Gate City in their benefit game and then the loss last week to Tazewell, and they're scratching their heads a little bit. I've said this before, and I'll say it again. John Battle is going to win games this year. They're a much improved team, but like Steve, I just don't think that the gap is closed that much yet with Virginia High. I'm also taking the Bearcats.
This will be the home opener for Virginia High. I think the Bearcats get a big win to even their record at 1-1. Heather, we got a pair of teams looking to start 2-0. Patrick Henry traveling to Lebanon.
Yeah, and I'm not sure. Lebanon really surprised me last week. Their come from behind win. I thought it was really impressive the way that they were able to do that on the road against their biggest rivals in Honaker. But Patrick Henry is still Patrick Henry. They're one of the favorites to come out of Class 1. And so I think that's a really tough ask for Lebanon to win that game this week. I'm going with Patrick Henry.
Patrick Henry did not fail me last week, okay? And Jaquan McPhail is not going to fail me this week either. I know Lebanon's at home, but they got a freshman quarterback they're breaking in. I think that inexperience is going to be a factor in this game, so I'm going to stick with Patrick Henry to win this one.
The future very bright for the Pioneers. The present, though, right now, I'm going to take Patrick Henry. Steve, in Northeast Tennessee, region play starting for many teams this week. West Ridge is at Science, so both teams coming off bad losses.
They were embarrassing losses at home. Two teams in lower classifications. Take nothing away from Anderson County and Daniel Boone, but that's what it is. You know, if you're West Ridge, Take care of the football. Value the football. You can't turn it over. Fumble it 7 times in 2 weeks and 8 turnovers. Meanwhile, Science Hill's pass defense scorched for 6 touchdown receptions last week by the Mavericks. So these two teams have got a lot to get straightened out. But I'm going to take Science Hill to win this one at home.
I really think turnovers are going to be the story of the game. You mentioned that a little bit. Casey and I were on the call of that Westridge game last week, and it's really hard to believe just how much they knew they needed to take care of the ball and how much they were not able to do that. This is going to be a tough one. I think I'm going to go with Science Hill based on what I saw from both teams from week 1.
I will take the Toppers as well. I think this will be a low-scoring game, maybe a mistake here or there, the difference, but I will take Science Hill to get the win. Heather, next up is our Friday Night Rivals TV game. Southwest Virginia, Twin Springs at Holston. Both teams winning in their opener by 3 touchdowns.
Holston, been there, done that. They've won their region the last 2 years. Twin Springs, kind of the up-and-coming team in the area. I expect Holston to get the win.
You know, nobody likes bots these days. You're on social media, you don't like bots, okay? Holston loves its bots. Twins Dustin and Dylan, their outstanding running backs and linebackers, they accounted for all 3 touchdowns last week in the Cavs' opening game win. Twin Springs last week in its win, they scored 4 different ways: running the football, throwing the football, returned a fumble for a touchdown, returned a punt for a touchdown. But they're on the road this week. I like Holston's experience in these type of games. I'll take the Cavs at home over Twin Springs.
It has been a long time since the Cavaliers have lost in the regular season. I think that streak ends on Friday. I'm taking Twin Springs. Keith Warner, his bunch, I think, go on the road. They get a win in a big game on Friday Night Rivals. Finally, Steve, Elizabethton Greenville. This is one of the biggest games of the year every year. Is it a little bit different this year with Elizabethton coming off that opening loss to Science Hill? They haven't played since then.
I think it is, and I think Elizabethton's had 2 weeks to regroup and think about what they want to do offensively to challenge this Greenville offense. Brady Quillen, the quarterback for the Green Devils, has thrown 1 incompletion in 2 weeks. This game's about, when do you want to go to Anderson County? Week 2 of the playoffs or week 3 of the playoffs? That's what's going to happen. I'm going to stick with Greenville.
Nobody expected Elizabethton to win last year in the state quarterfinals, and yet they were able to do that. But Elizabethton has pretty much lost everyone with the exception of Cade Russell from those 3 straight years of going to the state championship. It's quite a rebuilding that's going on there at Elizabethton. I can't believe I'm doing this because I don't even remember the last time Elizabethton lost back-to-back games, but I'm going with Greenville.
No one is giving them a chance to win this game outside of Betsy this week. And guys, there's 3 more people that are not picking you to win this one. I'm going to make it a clean sweep. Take Greenville. The Green Devils have not been tested yet. We did talk to Eddie Spradlin back in the preseason. He said, oh, this is a new year. Didn't want to talk about losing last year. You know they're going to be reminded all week of that. But I think Greenville's going to get a big win over Elizabethton on Friday night. Well, Steve and Heather, thank you for joining me here on Prep Picks. You get all your scores and highlights coming up on Friday Night Huddle.
Hey, Dustin here with my favorite dog, Tucker, to show you these great deals at Friendship. We have 800 used cars in stock as low as $6 grand. And at Friendship, you get a lifetime warranty and a 7-day any reason exchange on new and used vehicles. Nobody beats Friendship. We're dealing.
Nobody's ever made breakfast as good as Wendy's new home-style French toast sticks.
I've never had French toast this good. Not in my life.
Better than mine?
Mom, come on. You know, these and yours
It's... Answer the question, Tyler.
Yeah, Tyler. Answer the question.
Get out of here, Willie.
If you want a little something sweet in the morning, choose wisely. Choose Wendy's new home-style French toast sticks.
Life can be a lot sometimes. But at Holston Medical Group, our primary care providers are here through it all, whether it be a routine checkup or something unexpected. Because at HMG, we're here for you through every stage of life with the best primary care and support. Whether it's you or the people you love most, choose a primary care provider you can rely on. Choose HMG, your health partner for life. Now accepting new patients.
News 5 Today and WCYB.com get you in the zone for back to school.
Moms and dads get school info and content anytime on the go with WCYB.com's School Zone.
Watch News 5 Today for my bus stop forecast before you head out the door.
The Back to School Zone with News 5 Today and WCYB.com.
Garrett Funeral Home supports the Cavaliers and has supported families in and around Damascus during times of need. Garrett Funeral Home, enriching lives, educating minds, easing sorrows.
Laurel Family Drug has been serving Damascus for 30 years, providing healthcare services to the area and people we call family. Laurel Family Drug. Go Holston Cavaliers!
September is National Recovery Month. Join the Voices for Recovery.
The sun is setting in Damascus, Virginia, but things are going to be heating up on the gridiron soon. We have Holston and Twin Springs, a big matchup in week 2 of the season in Southwest Virginia. Welcome you into the broadcast booth. Casey Getz alongside Jarvis Heron. Jarvis, Twin Springs, Holston, both 1-0 on the season, a big early season matchup.
I kind of view this matchup as a prequel for possibly in postseason play. You got Holston, the 2-time Region 1D champs, and Twin Springs, they're coming off a phenomenal year from last year, and they're trying to prove that last year wasn't a fluke. This could very well be a preview for postseason play.
Now for Twin Springs, we're going to talk about their running back, Ryan Horn.
Casey, he's a special player, and this guy, he is difficult to bring down. He had more than 100 yards rushing in the opener last week. He had a touchdown run, but he also had a punt return for a touchdown. Very dangerous player.
Meanwhile, for Holston, they have 3 bots on the team. We're going to feature Dustin Bot.
Yeah, he does a little bit of everything for Holston. He does some things out of the backfield really well. He's going to get a lot of carries. And then on the defensive side, you're going to see him at linebacker. He's going to play a role in trying to slow down Ryan Horn.
Keith Warner for Twin Springs in his 5th season as head coach. Every year they've taken another step. Last year they made it to the 2nd round of the playoffs. This year they're hoping to go a little bit further in 2022. It's going to be a lot of fun tonight. The home opener for the Holston Cavaliers. We're going to have all the action for Twin Springs and Holston. Don't go anywhere. Kickoff is coming up next on Friday Night Rivals.
Life can be a lot sometimes. But at Holston Medical Group, our primary care providers are here through it all, whether it be a routine checkup or something unexpected. Because at HMG, we're here for you through every stage of life with the best primary care and support. Whether it's you or the people you love most, choose a primary care provider you can rely on. Choose HMG, your health partner for life. Now accepting new patients.
Behind every Food City meat and seafood counter is a highly trained, certified butcher. Our butchers offer special orders, custom cuts, and even entire meal recommendations. In fact, you'll be so impressed with our butchers, you'll be asking yourself, what can't they do?
Huh, I bet he'd be great at wrapping presents.
Okay, well, maybe not that. But at Food City, our butchers make almost everything better.
For most families, saving enough money for a down payment to buy a home is difficult. We're the Bank of Marion, and we understand. That's why we offer a no down payment home loan for well-qualified applicants. Get your loan, buy your home, move in. We make it easy. And that's another reason why we're the home loan leader. Call, click, or come see us now at any of our hometown branches across the region.
Tired of playing the waiting game? You should have called Precision Electrical.
That's it. I'm calling Precision Electrical right now.
Thank you for calling Precision Electrical. How may I help you?
Yes, I am very frustrated. I've been waiting on another company all day, and I'm just really hoping you guys can help me.
Yes, we schedule our appointments in 2-hour windows, and we'll give you a call when our tech is on his way. Thank you for calling Precision Electrical.
Toyota's Friday Night Rivals, presented by Holston Medical Group.
Welcome back to Damascus, Virginia. Holston High School for Friday Night Rivals between the Holston Cavaliers and the visitors from Nicholsville, the Twin Springs Titans. You see Holston out on the field. Their home opener here in 2022. Casey Getz alongside Jarvis Heron. Jarvis, these two teams both have their eyes set on making deep postseason runs in Class 1.
They really do, and I think if you're a fan of both schools, you got to be really excited about the upcoming years, especially considering the years in 2021 both schools had.
Let's check out our keys to the game, Jarvis.
Well, the keys to the game, we'll start first with Twin Springs. One of the things they talked about is matching Holston's physicality. Last year when these two teams met, Keith Warner thought that his team didn't really do a good job up front at the line of scrimmage, and the other thing is tackling. They're going to have to do a really good job of that. And for Holston, it's about limiting the turnovers and winning the matchups.
Now let's pause here for the national anthem. You can take a listen. All right, now the only thing left to do is kick things off here. We'll look at the weather, 77 degrees right now. Light wind, about 6 miles an hour. A beautiful night for football. Now let's take a look at our Tennessee Army National Guard coin toss.
This evening's coin toss is sponsored by the Tennessee Army National Guard.
All right, so here was the coin toss, and Jarvis, always curious to see what teams are going to do when it comes to, if you win the coin toss, you want to go on offense, defense, and we saw a team tonight say, we want the football.
Yeah, I think that's just for Twin Springs. Look, this is a moment they've been waiting for. I know Keith Warner, he talked about how this is really an opportunity game for them to really kind of prove to all of far Southwest Virginia, hey, last year wasn't a fluke. We belong in that conversation with the Holstons and the Patrick Henrys of the world in Class 1, and we feel like we can compete for a Region 1D championship, and they're looking to set the tone early.
All right, so Twin Springs, of course, as the visitors, they get to call the coin toss, and they won the coin toss and decided to take the football. We got the opening kickoff here, and that ball was recovered, it looks like, by Holston. A penalty flag, though, comes down. Might have been out of bounds before recovered, but that was very close.
Carter Harlow, the special teams coordinator for Holston, I kind of saw him talking to his unit around the 50-yard line. You could tell that that was probably something that they've been practicing this week, of kind of a little pooch kick, if you will, to try to find an open spot there and look for either a turnover or a way to create a cover, and it looks like it worked.
All right, so they're going to pick up the flag and say the kickoff was recovered by Holston, and what a jolt to start this game for the Holston Cavaliers. Landon Sanders with that flowing long hair there for Holston recovers the kickoff. So all of a sudden now Twin Springs thinks they're going to start the game with the football. Now their defense has to come out, and Holston's going to start this possession at the, looks like, 21-yard line of Twin Springs.
It's a great way to steal a possession. You think you're going to have to go on defense first and get a 3-and-out, and it's kind of a little pooch kick, if you will. So not only do you start the game with the football, but you get great field position and an opportunity to get some early points. And as soon as we talked about Twin Springs setting the tone, now Holston gets to try and do that.
Noah Tweed is the quarterback for Holston. Sophomore, he's going to hand this one off on first down. Merrick Kessner goes nowhere, might lose half a yard.
Merrick Kessner, 12 carries for 55 yards last week. Expect him to get a lot of touches here, but you can also expect the Bott brothers, Dustin Bott, to get a lot of touches in the run game, and then they're going to look to get it to Dylan Bott as well. Dylan caught a touchdown pass last week. Dustin Bott had 2 rushing touchdowns.
You saw the Holston offense there. 2nd and 10 for the Cavaliers after recovering the opening kickoff on a beautifully placed kick. This Twin Springs defense has a quick turnaround here. This is going to be a designed run all the way for Tweed. he's got some room inside the 15. They're going to mark him down to 13.
One of the things Keith Warner talked about, Casey, was his defense needs to do a better job of reading and reacting. That's something we're going to have to keep an eye on tonight. The other thing we're going to have to keep an eye on is that Twin Springs secondary. If there's one weak point in this secondary, it's their ability to defend the deep ball. Keith Warner knows that. He says, look, if we know teams are going to like to throw it on us, it's just a matter of kind of adjusting. We'll see if Holston looks to attack that Twin Springs secondary tonight.
All right, Holston now inside the Toyota red zone here. Set up a 3rd and a long 2. Under center are going to be handoff to Kessler out of the I formation. It looks like he's going to be just a little bit short. So now that sets up, which I don't think will be much of a decision. I fully expect Chris Akers to go for this for Holston on 4th and 1. There is Chris Akers, his 2nd season as head coach of the Holston Cavaliers. And Jarvis, he has yet to lose a regular season game.
13-1, that one loss coming in the state semifinals, and then he won last week. Just a phenomenal job he's done.
All right, they're going to Kessler on 4th and 1. He's got the first down and then a couple more yards inside the 10. So that 4th down gamble pays off.
One of the things we're going to have to keep an eye on tonight is up front with the line of scrimmage. One of the things that's made Holston so good the last couple of years is their physicality on both the offensive and defensive front. But Twin Springs felt like they had the personnel to match that physicality this year, something they didn't have last year, something we're going to have to keep an eye on.
We got a toss here on 1st down and inside the 5. Nice diving effort there by Kessler, but he was out of bounds inside the 5. We also have a penalty flag. It's going to be holding against Holston, so that'll back them up here. The flag was on the white paint of the 10-yard line. It was hard to see, but the referee, Scotty McCracken, threw the flag. And they're gonna, that'll back up Twin Springs after a holding penalty on 1st down.
It's a tough spot to start for this Twin Springs defense after that kickoff, but so far I feel like we're seeing Holston with the advantage up front. We'll see Twin Springs if they can bear down here in a difficult situation. The penalty certainly helps all the way back now to the 18. It's a little bit of breathing room to defend their own end.
It'll be 1st and goal from the 18. Tweed in the shotgun. His first pass of the game. He's looking under pressure. Throws across the middle. Incomplete. That was a dangerous throw there by Noah Tweed.
Twin Springs, though, able to get some pressure there. And if you're able to do that consistently tonight, that's going to be good news for their defense. One of the things that Chris Akers talked about was the importance of taking care of the football. And it's important in a situation like this. The penalty certainly doesn't help, but you don't want to compound that mistake. When you're rolling left, always a no-no to throw up against your body or across your body.
All right, bad snap on 2nd down. That play was doomed from the start. So that's going to set up 3rd and goal from the 18. A bad snap there on our Toyota replay. Bad snap, and then not much there Kessler could do. That'll set up 3rd and goal from the 18.
Yeah, this is an important down here for Twin Springs. They have a little bit of room to work with. Careful if you're Holston, though. You don't want to make a mistake.
All right, 3rd and goal. Pass by Tweed. Looking now, he's going to tuck it and run, and breaks one tackle, breaks another. He's down at the 10-yard line, just inside the 10. Now it's going to be 4th and goal, and it looks like the field goal unit will come in as Holston will try for 3 points.
That's a great effort, though. Not really seeing a whole lot there, so he decides to take off and run, able to make a couple of guys miss here, and he's able to get back to the original line of scrimmage and set up a short field goal attempt.
Griffin Hall will be booting this one here. He is a senior, number 7. The play clock is down to 10 seconds as Hall is going to reset. This one will be a 27-yard field goal. The kick is up, and it is good. Griffin Hall with the field goal. Holston takes a 3-0 lead over Twin Springs. You're watching Toyota's Friday Night Rivals.
Come on, Brian.
Dad, look.
Brian, come on.
I'm Courtney.
I'm Brian.
Ready, Brian?
Summer won't last forever, but you can go out and make memories that will during Toyota's National Sales Event.
Save big on the roomy new Toyota Highlander, like this electrified Highlander Hybrid with fuel savings of $3,000. Save even more with 1.9 APR financing.
Come in today.
Toyota, let's go places.
I'm Chili Billy Jones. That was me as a baby. Cute, right? Now, ever since I can remember, I've loved chili. You can probably tell. Especially Pal's Chili Burger. One tasty all-beef patty covered in chili, cheese, and onions. I'm a big fan. Even got my own chili bits, all ready for the occasion. It's Chili Billy time.
Chili lovers rejoice. The Chili Burger, only at Pal's. Great food in a flash.
I love you.
Back to Holston High School. You are looking from the Sky 5 drone powered by Empire Ford higher above Damascus, Virginia, as we are just underway. First quarter, the second game of the season for these two teams. Holston, it's their home opener. Cars parked there on the far side and on the side of the press box. Great facility here at Holston High School. Cavaliers up 3-0 early after recovering the opening kickoff, and then a Griffin Hall field goal makes it 3-0. So Jarvis, we think we'll see the Twin Springs offense here for the first time.
Well, you never know, and I think that's one of those plays where on that opening possession, you always got to be on your toes. And I feel like, Casey, we always talk about X's and O's. How are you going to stop each other, offense or defense? But it always seems to be that third phase special teams that just always seems to come back and make the difference in football games.
Ryan Horn receives this kickoff at the 16-yard line for Twin Springs. Trying to run far side, and Horn is up above the 30-yard line. So Twin Springs will start this possession at their own 30.
7 plays, 21 yards for Holston on that opening drive to end with a field goal. A tough way to start for Twin Springs with that field position, but I feel like defensively that's a win for them to only give up 3 points there. Let's see what they can do now with their first possession on offense.
There's Keith Warner, the 5th-year head coach at Twin Springs. Last year they won 10 games, won the Cumberland District Championship, and lost in the second round of the playoffs. Abel Dingus is the starting quarterback for Twin Springs, a 6'3" junior. They're going to start out the I formation on first down. A little fullback dive on first down. Will pick up about 2 yards. That was Tristan Counts on the carry.
They're going to mix in Counts in addition to Ryan Horn, a couple of veterans, the seniors. But also, Twin Springs has some playmakers on the outside. They're going to look to, they'll run, and then they'll use Dingus to set up that play action, and they're not going to be afraid to take some shots down the field.
All right, that was the Twin Springs offense. Colton Kilgore, the receiver to keep an eye on for Twin Springs. Tristan Counts, who got that first carry, did not play last week in the opener. Dingus going deep on second down, overthrows the receiver out of bounds. Good coverage there by the Cavalier defense.
But it talks about how Horn attracts so much attention, but you got to be careful because there's that shot play we talked about. It kind of likes to keep the secondary on their heels. As far as this Holston defense, they only allowed 104 yards of offense last week in a shutout win against Eastern Montgomery. It's really been the strength of this team the last couple of years. Chris Akers has talked about how his kids like playing defense. They gravitate to it, and if they can get a third down stop here in a third and long situation, get their offense back on the field.
All right, delayed handoff to Ryan Horn. He gets tripped up. Nice tackle by Merrick Kessler. He is the starting running back, also plays linebacker, and he makes a nice tackle. This one is worth a second look here. Creative play call, but Kessler does a better job on the tackle.
Well, Chris Akers talked about earlier in the week, he said, if we don't get Ryan Horn on the ground, he's going to do damage, and that is just a fantastic one-on-one tackle right there by Kessler. A third and long, you kind of have the defense playing back, thinking pass. They run a little draw play or try to, and if he doesn't bring him down, that could have been a big game. Look out.
We got a block punt here by the Cavaliers, and they are going to fall on this one. No, Twin Springs will fall on it in the end zone, so that'll be a safety. That'll be a safety for Holston as it is recovered in the end zone by Twin Springs. Jimmy Pascal, number 70, hustles back to fall on it. That saves a touchdown for Twin Springs. But take another look here at the replay. Colton Kilgore, his punt is blocked. And then again, great hustle by Twin Springs to get back and fall on this one, so only give up 2 points. But a disastrous start on special teams, Jarvis, for Twin Springs.
Disastrous is right, Casey. This is not how Twin Springs drew it up. They give up a possession to start the game, and then there looked like there was 3 guys in that area ready to block that punt. And fortunately for Twin Springs, they don't give up 6 right there. They're able to fall on it in their own end zone to only give up the 2 points, but Holston is just dominating this game in the special teams component.
All right, another look here. This was Colton Kilgore. That punt is blocked.
Gabe Foster, Casey, he was the one coming in off the edge there. He got a great jump, and he was unaccounted for. I almost wonder if it was a miscommunication in blocking assignments, or they just didn't account for him, because he just came right there off the edge, just totally uncontested right there for the block. And Holston up 5-0 early. We're not even halfway through the opening quarter.
Gabe Foster, number 3 there for Holston. With the block. So you don't see a 5-0 score very often in football. This will be a kickoff from the 20-yard line for Twin Springs, as we played just under half of the first quarter, and it's been all Holston so far.
The other thing, too, for Twin Springs is you have the crowd in it now. A couple of special teams plays gets the crowd going. They're pumped. They're excited. Makes it difficult for Twin Springs.
All right, we got the opening kickoff there. Return there for Gabe Foster. So he's done a little bit of everything early on, blocking a field goal, blocking a punt. Nice return there, and great field position for Holston. Start at the 35-yard line here. Twin Springs definitely has to feel like, what the heck has happened so far in the first 5.5 minutes of this game? It's Noah Tweed. Second time they got great field position. This one's going to be a handoff to Kessner, and he's going to pick up about 8 yards.
They go with 3 wide receivers. They're split out to the right on the near side, and that kind of helps open up the middle there and create some running room for Kessner. The 5'9" junior only weighs 190, but it's a pretty big 190, and he has a pretty good burst. A nice push up there up front by the offensive line.
2nd and 2 for the Cavaliers. Bit of a low snap. Kessner is going to come up short of the first down marker. Might have picked up half a yard, so it's going to be 3rd and 1.
I wonder if some of that, a little bit of a slow developing play, I think some of that had to do with the snap. Look, it just takes a while to get there. It looks like offensive line had a little bit of a difficult time getting that push up front, but now it's a 3rd and 1 situation.
All right, they're going to go in the I formation here on 3rd and 1. Twin Springs showing pressure right in the middle. Will Kessner get another carry? No, Tweed's going to keep it, and he picks up the first down. Heady play there.
Great push up there up front by the offensive line of Holston. Tweed able to just keep it himself. He picks up the first down, but a whole lot more too. Pick up about 3, and now they're inside the 25 at about the 23, and knocking on the door for more points.
Good surge by that offensive line. 1st and 10 for the Cavaliers. Kessner. Ball's on the ground. It looks like Holston though recovered it.
Boy, if Twin Springs would have been able to fall on that, that would have been the play they would have needed just to slow down this Holston momentum. But it looked like the exact same play they ran on the opening play of this series, just flipping the formation, going with 3 wide receivers on the far side, and that handoff again to Kessner.
Brack Stamper, number 74, was the man who recovered it. So Stamper getting a little bit of love with the football. Tweed has a lot of room here. He's got a first down and then some inside the 10. Noah Tweed, a designed run all the way. And Jarvis, that is working early. Another Bank of Tennessee first down.
It's that offensive line up front. They're creating that edge. And Tweed, he didn't even get touched there until he was deep into the secondary. That just makes running a whole lot of fun when you're able to create that push. Able to make a couple of guys miss, and here it is, 1st and goal inside the 10.
Second time in the Toyota red zone for this offense. A Holston early. Kessner breaking tackles, and he's going to be down about inside the 1-yard line. Great running there by Merrick Kessner. He's had a heck of a game so far.
It's Kessner, it's Tweed, and it has this Twin Springs defense on their heels.
All right, gonna be 2nd and goal from inside the 1-yard line. Under center is Tweed. Wonder if he's going to keep it or hand it off to Kessner. Kessner is met, and he loses a couple yards. The Twin Springs defense with great penetration, Jarvis.
That's one of the things they're going to have to do to try to slow down this running game. It's all about winning at the line of scrimmage on the defensive front when it comes to slowing down this run game. Keith Warner thought his guys had the physicality to do that. Last year when they played Holston, it was a 41-16 loss, and he thought that the physicality is an area where they really struggled, but thought they had the edge this year.
All right, they're going to hand it off again into the end zone for the touchdown is Kessner. A Toyota touchdown for the Holston Cavaliers, who have now scored a field goal, a safety, and now a touchdown.
That is just an impressive drive right there by Holston. They're able to do it with their running game. Nothing fancy. It's just we think we're able to create some holes, create that push up front. Great hole right there in between left guard, left tackle. Kessner able to run through. Touchdown, Holston looking to make it 12-0.
Griffin Hall in to attempt the extra point for the Cavaliers. Made a field goal earlier in the game. That extra point is up, and it is good, and Holston out to a quick 12-0 lead over Twin Springs. You're watching Toyota's Friday Night Rivals.
Shopping for your next car? With our online store, you can search inventory and get our pricing upfront. Select payment options, get a firm trade offer, and add service and protection plans. Complete your entire purchase from home in a matter of minutes. Then pick your car up at the dealership or have it delivered to you. It's that easy. Start shopping for your next car today.
Ready for an adventure but don't know where to start? Eastman Credit Union can help. Now's the time to take the leap and live out your dreams. Whether it's fishing on a new boat, cruising on a motorcycle, or road tripping for your family's vacation, ECU's RV and power sports loan is just what you need. With affordable rates and no payments for 90 days, you can play now and pay later. What could be better than that? Visit ecu.org/play to apply today.
Welcome back to Holston High School. It is all Cavaliers so far, 12-0 over Twin Springs. And while we have a second, got to give a shout out to the Holston FFA, the Future Farmers of America. They fed our setup crew some burgers, hot dogs, mac and cheese. So, you know, Jarvis, our setup crew, they get here about 12 o'clock, 7.5 hours before kickoff. So thank you to the Holston FFA for feeding them lunch today.
If not for the behind-the-scenes crew, none of this would be possible. Shout out to all of them. Shout out to everybody in the truck, on the field, for bringing you these awesome views and putting together this great production.
All smiles on the home side right now, 12-0 Holston. This is their home opener. A third kickoff of the game, and Twin Springs again a little slow to get on the football. Ryan Horn picks it up at the 5, makes a nice move, gets close to the 20, but Jarvis, Twin Springs having trouble fielding kickoffs, not something you see very often.
Yeah, and look, it's all about the field position game, and when you're not able to win the field position game, it makes things very difficult on your offense, and then when you go to give the ball back, it means your opposing offense has even better field position to start with. But if I'm Twin Springs, look, there's still plenty of time left in this football game. 3:08 left in the first quarter, and still 3 more quarters after that. If I'm Keith Warner, I'd just say, look it, guys, it's a rough start, but we got plenty of time, and it's a clean slate starting right now. Let's go get some points on the board.
They're going to start this drive at their own 19-yard line. Under center is Abel Dingus. I formation, 3 receivers. We're going to get a handoff to Ryan Horn, but he only gains about 3 yards. Holston's defense short tackling early on.
I like that, though. Get Horn involved. Go to your playmakers when you need a player to get something going. Give it to your guy right here. Here's Horn. Look, they create a little hole. It's just good open field tackle right there, and you got to give credit. That's 2 now on Horn for Holston. They know tackling is going to be important in this game, but I just keep getting Horn touches because he's one of those guys, just keep getting him the ball, and it's only a matter of time before he breaks one.
2nd and 7 for Twin Springs. 2.5 minutes left in the opening quarter. It's been all Holston so far. Horn again out of the I formation. He has nowhere to go. We feel like broken records, but this Holston defense, you know, Jarvis, you talked about it. They pitched a shutout last week. Coach Akers says these guys embrace defense, and they are showing it early, shutting down Ryan Horn.
Trying to run a little counter play right there. You see that jab step to the left, coming back to the right, but Holston's right there ready for it. I feel like it's all about assignment football up front with that front seven. They did a great job of it right now. Now it's a 3rd down and long. Let's see what Holston draws up here. Maybe they go with Colton Kilgore here. He's dangerous out of the slot. Might be a good time to try and get him the football. Let's see if they key him.
3rd and 8 for the Titans of Twin Springs. Dingus is going to roll out. He's going to have to throw this one under pressure, throwing it to nobody in particular. That is an incomplete pass, and the offense for Twin Springs stuck in slow motion early. 2 possessions and 0 first downs. Yeah, it looked like they were able to get a little bit of pressure there. That's a difficult throw, though, for a right-handed quarterback under pressure when you're kind of rolling to your left like that. But a great job by Holston forcing that 3 and out. And we saw already a blocked punt already. Let's see what the Twin Springs special teams can do, but Holston's going to get the football back. Colton Kilgore going to punt, try to punt for this first time. It was blocked on the first time. Gets this one off a low kick that bounces right near midfield. Noah Tweed picks it up, breaks a couple tackles. There's a flag down. Tweed inside the 30, inside the 20. Tweed down inside the 15, but there is a penalty flag all the way back near the 40-yard line.
I think this might be coming back.
Blocking the back on the return team. 10-yard penalty, spot of the foul, 1st down.
All right, we'll take a look here. Watch the top right of your screen right there. You see the push right there. Might have been Colton Hess, number 22 for Holston, the guilty party. So that wipes out a big return. And they're going to lose about 35 yards of field position. Instead of having it inside the 15, Jarvis, it's going to be at the 49.
Let's see, though, now if Twin Springs, I feel like that's one of their first early breaks they've gotten here. This is their time, I feel like, to let's see if their defense can step up here at the end of the first quarter, get a stop, and use some of that momentum to carry into the 2nd quarter and what's been a forgetful first quarter.
Out of the shotgun on 1st down, it's going to be a handoff for about a couple yards up the middle. Luke Green, his first carry of the game for Holston, 6-foot sophomore.
You're going to see Kessner, Gabe Foster will get some carries. Now you see Green get some carries, all about kind of just rotating guys in and out, keeping bodies fresh.
2nd and 8 for the Cavaliers. 1 minute remaining in the first quarter. A quarter that has been dominated by Holston. Watch him pass here, a halfback pass, wide open. Holston pulls out the tricks and works to perfection. Landon Sanders on the receiving end of a pass for a Toyota touchdown. Oh, those tricky Cavaliers, Jarvis.
This is a beautiful setup here. They sold this pitch to the outside perfectly. Look at this pitch. All the linebackers in the secondary come in, and look at that. Sanders all by himself in the secondary. That's just an easy pitch and catch. And Holston is just dominating the start of this game here.
That was Dustin Bott who threw the touchdown. The senior running back had a beautiful pass. Might have to dial that play up a few more times this season. Extra point is up and good by Griffin Hall. That makes it 19-0 Holston. This one worth a couple more looks here. You saw the deep toss back and a beautiful pass from Bott to Landon Sanders. Holston on top, 19-0 on Friday Night Rivals.
Hardee's is proud to recognize our scholar athletes, celebrating excellence in academics and athletics.
Each week, WCYB, in conjunction with Hardee's, is honoring one student athlete from each school involved in Friday Night Rivals for their achievements on and off the field. This week's winner from Twin Springs is James Craig. The senior carries a 3.5 GPA. He's an all-region D second-team linebacker. Off the field, he's a Little League football mentor and community service recipient. From Holston, we honor Ashton Keith. The senior carries a 4.0 GPA. She's captain of the volleyball team and was named MVP of the basketball team her sophomore year. When not on the court, you'll find Ashton volunteering at church and in the town of Damascus.
All Hardy Scholar athletes have the opportunity to compete for a $5,000 scholarship to be awarded at the end of the season. Toyota's Friday Night Rivals, presented by Holston Medical Group.
Welcome back to beautiful Damascus. The sun setting on September the 2nd of 2022. The way this is going, the Cavalier fans will be partying long into the night. 19-0 with 49 seconds left. Holston has dominated this opening quarter against Twin Springs. The Cavaliers only scored 21 points all of last week in their opener against Eastern Montgomery. They've almost matched that in the first quarter tonight, and Griffin Hall for, I believe, his 4th kickoff of the game already. Kilgore has some running room for Twin Springs. Out past the 30, there is a penalty marker down as Kilgore gets brought down shy of the 35, so we'll see what that flag is, but this has been a nightmare start for Twin Springs, Jarvis.
A nightmare start. It's 19-0. I'm going to go back to what I said on the previous offensive possession for Twin Springs. I know it.
Holding on the return team. 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. First down.
I know it probably feels like a gajillion to nothing the way this first quarter has gone, but it is just 19 points, and there is still 3 quarters of play, and it is high school football. We've seen crazy things happen between the two of us. There's still a lot of game left to be played. All really Twin Springs needs to do is just get a first down. They haven't had a first down yet, and just kind of settle themselves down, because sometimes all it takes is one drive for things to really get going for you.
I think we just saw a shot of Connor Lane, I believe, one of star basketball player at Twin Springs in the crowd tonight, watching his school. A heck of a basketball player. We saw him at the Arby's Classic last year. Had a great basketball season at Twin Springs. Him and Bradley Owens, quite a combination on the basketball court for Twin Springs. But for football right now, they are in a big hole. 19-0, first down from their own 20-yard line. 3 receivers set for the Titans. They're going to hand this off to Horn. And again, nowhere to go. Picks up about 2 yards.
Holston is doing a great job. Their front 7, they're all just swarming to the football right now. Horn's going to get the carry on the left side. Everybody is just swarming to him. You saw 3 there coming from the opposite side of the field. That was Gabe Foster again. Defense is all about effort, right? And if you're able to rally to the football, if everybody's rallying to the football, it's going to make your job much easier on that side.
Twin Springs does not need to run a play, and they will not. They'll let this first quarter clock expire. So after 1, all Holston Cavaliers over Twin Springs, 19-0. We'll be back for the second quarter. You're watching Toyota's Friday Night Rivals.
Life can be a lot sometimes, but at Holston Medical Group, our primary care providers are here through it all, whether it be a routine checkup or something unexpected. Because at HMG, we're here for you through every stage of life with the best primary care and support. Whether it's you or the people you love most, choose a primary care provider you can rely on. Choose HMG, your health partner for life. Now accepting new patients.
Seems like things are very complicated these days. Are you sure you're doing that right? No. That's why Spectrum Mobile makes mobile easy with unlimited data and nationwide 5G for $29.99 a month per line when you get 2 or more lines. So no added taxes, no hidden fees, and no contracts. Just $29.99. It's simple. Just a coffee.
Decaf, half calf, cloud roasted.
I'll just do a water then.
Artisanal water, spring water, babbling brook.
Want simple? Get unlimited data and nationwide 5G for $29.99. Call, click, or visit a Spectrum store today.
Easterly Coleman Furniture's Labor Day sales event is going on now. Save 40% store-wide. Our showroom is fully stocked. Hurry in today for the best selection. Every bedroom, dining room, and living room is 40% off. All motion furniture, 40% off. Accents and accessories, 40% off. And now get 50% off mattress sets and select overstock items. Don't miss the big Labor Day sales event going on now at Easterly Coleman Furniture.
At Bank of Tennessee, it's our job to help you focus on the happy moments and check off the things on your to-do list to make them happen. The food, the setup, and if you bought enough flowers. So you can worry about what they're going to think. What in the world are they going to think? What your mom will say. And if you remember the dance you practiced a million times. We're here along the way so you can pull off the happiest moments in life. Bank of Tennessee, in the business of happiness.
Toyota's Friday Night Rivals, presented by Holston Medical Group.
Welcome back to the second quarter, and look at that shot of the moon here in Damascus. Half moon, maybe just under half a moon. First play of the second quarter, Ryan Horn trying to make something happen, but again, nowhere to go. The ball comes out, but I think he was already down, and they are going to blow him down. So the second quarter starts much like the first quarter. And Jarvis, the one thing to mention is that was the first play of this game that was ran on that side of the 50-yard line. The field completely tilted in Holston's favor in the first quarter.
It's unbelievable, Casey. It just speaks to what a quarter it was for the Holston Cavs, just completely shutting down this Twin Springs offense. And then offensively, Holston able to capitalize on some of the mistakes from the Twin Springs special teams.
All right, 3rd and 10 for this Twin Springs offense, who is yet to pick up a first down. Dingus is going to throw it across the middle and is almost intercepted by Noah Tweed. The quarterback went in and out of his hands, and he would love to have that one back.
Oh, that is such a difficult throw, though. I was a little bit surprised that he tried that. He had some help over the top, and then he's trying to thread it. Look at this defender coming in underneath. There's 3 guys in that area. You got to be careful not to press in a situation like this. I know that you're down 19, but you don't want this game to get out of control here early. There's plenty of time left. I know I sound like a broken record saying that, but it's really, you want to be careful here to not let this game get too out of hand.
A bad snap. Kilgore falls on it, and he's going to try and run it out now, and he's going to have to run a long way, or this is going to be a turnover on downs, and it will be a turnover on downs. A bad snap by Twin Springs as their disasters on special teams continue. And this is going to set up Holston inside the Twin Springs 15-yard line. I mean, Kilgore did a great job at least bringing that ball out, but special teams off to a rough start tonight.
I thought maybe when he made that one guy miss here coming up here, or 2 guys rather on the left-hand side, I thought maybe right here he would maybe, you know, I was thinking maybe he would try to get it to kick it away, but just too much pressure up front by Holston. They're back on offense.
All right, we're going to get a pitch outside to Kessner. And he's tackled by Landon Sanders of Holston. That was Julian Pascal on the tackle for Twin Springs. Again, this Twin Springs defense been fighting a short field all night long. Going to lose a yard on first down was Kessner.
Keith Warner talked about earlier in the week, I remember when he talked to you, Casey, was flying to the football. I feel like that was one of the first times tonight that we've seen Twin Springs do that. Important drive right here defensively.
Second down, Tweed's going to throw it. That one is incomplete, in and out of the hands of the intended receiver. That was Dylan Bott, who was on the receiving end of that one.
Well, now this is a good situation for Twin Springs. You force Holston into a 3rd and long situation. That's not something they've had to deal with very much tonight. But a good opportunity to force a 4th down situation and a field goal opportunity for Holston.
Did it get hung up a little bit or no?
This
3rd and 11 from the 15-yard line. The Cavaliers have to get to the 4-yard line for a first down.
3 wide receivers up the top of your screen.
They got some pressure. They're going for a screen. It falls incomplete. Good pressure by the Titans. That sets up 4th down. We'll see if Coach Akers wants to try a field goal from the 15. That would be, I believe, a 32-yard field goal, and it looks like they are going to run the unit out to attempt the field goal by Griffin Hall.
Good play call there by Holston. I like it, but even better job by Twin Springs. If you're not able to get to the quarterback for that sack, you stick your hands up, you create that batted ball. That's what they're able to do, and now it's a 4th and long.
There will be a 32-yard field goal attempt for Griffin Hall. He is 1 for 1 in the game. Made a 27-yarder earlier. This one a little longer from 32. The kick is up and it is good. Griffin Hall has been a weapon. 2 for 2 on field goals. That makes it 22-0. Holston over Twin Springs early in the second quarter on Toyota's Friday Night Rivals.
Hey, Dustin here with my favorite dog, Tucker, to show you these great deals at Friendship. Don't dare pay over MSRP. At Friendship, we have 200 new vehicles with a lifetime warranty. Make this the summer event at Friendship Jeep of Bristol. Nobody beats Friendship. We're dealing.
I'm Chili Billy Jones. That was me as a baby. Cute, right? Now, ever since I can remember, I've loved chili. You can probably tell. Especially Pal's Chili Burger. One tasty all-beef patty covered in chili, cheese, and onions. I'm a big fan. Even got my own chili bits, all ready for the occasion. It's Chili Billy time.
Chili lovers rejoice. The Chili Burger, only at Pal's. Great food in a flash. I love you.
Hey, Dustin here with my favorite dog, Tucker, to show you these great deals at Friendship. We have 800 used cars in stock as low as $6 grand. And at Friendship, you get a lifetime warranty and a 7-day any reason exchange on new and used vehicles. Nobody beats Friendship. We're dealing.
Welcome back to Holston High School. We are early in the second quarter. This is the second week of the season in Southwest Virginia. The Holston Cavaliers riding a 16-game regular season winning streak. And Jarvis, the way they're playing, it's going to go to 17 tonight. They're up 22-0 over Twin Springs.
Their last regular season loss came during the COVID season, in which really took place in spring 2021. Grayson County, February 22nd, 2021. The Holston Cavs, their last regular season loss.
All right, this will be kickoff number 5 of the first half for Griffin Hall. He's going to have to ice his leg at halftime. He's been a busy man tonight. He's been placing some beautiful balls in the corners. Ryan Horn deep in his own end. He has a little bit of running room now. Does Horn? Horn's broke free. He is the kicker to beat. He's going to run out of room, though, on the sidelines. Ryan Horn returns this one all the way across midfield.
There is a flag, though, back at the Twin Springs 27-yard line in between the hashes. Let's see what this is about.
Appears to be the Holston crowd is cheering, and the players for Twin Springs are backing up.
Personal foul on the kicking team. 15 yards will be added to the end of the run. First down.
Coming up later, we're going to have our Toyota drive of the game, and so far, all the driving has been done by the Holston Cavaliers. However, that penalty was against Holston. They said a personal foul, so that'll add 15 yards to the end of the return. So this will give Twin Springs excellent field position. They're going to be, Jarvis, inside the 30-yard line of Holston.
It'll be their first time running a play in Holston territory tonight, and yet they're still looking for their first down, Casey. Maybe this sometimes, it's always the plays like that that can sometimes maybe turn momentum your way. Let's see if Twin Springs can take advantage of the good kick return plus the penalty. They're going to be starting inside the 30. Let's see what they can do here. 1st and 10.
And as you mentioned, Twin Springs has 3 possessions. They do not have a first down yet on offense. They scored 28 points last week in a win over Northwood. Ryan Horn had that big kick return, but again, going nowhere on offense. I mean, Jarvis, his only big play of the game came on that return. Ryan Horn has been shut down by this defense, and he appears to be injured.
Looks like he's holding that left ankle, and that's not a sight you want to see if you're a Twin Springs fan.
No. All right, with Horn down, we're going to take a timeout. We'll be right back. Holston on top 22-0.
During Toyota's national sales event, we're working hard to deliver new Toyotas so you can enjoy the last of summer. From hitting the rapids with a RAV4 hybrid, to kicking up sand in a Tundra, or camping out in a Highlander. Hey, guys!
And nobody has more all-wheel drive vehicles like the legendary Toyota 4Runner. Get a rugged new 22 Tacoma with 1.9 APR financing. Plus, you get 2 years no-cost maintenance.
Come in today.
Toyota, let's go places.
Life can be a lot sometimes. But at Holston Medical Group, our primary care providers are here through it all, whether it be a routine checkup or something unexpected. Because at HMG, we're here for you through every stage of life with the best primary care and support. Whether it's you or the people you love most, choose a primary care provider you can rely on. Choose HMG, your health partner for life. Now accepting new patients.
Friday Night Rivals, here's a replay of the previous play. Ryan Horn, the injured player for Twin Springs. Watch him here. Looks like he got rolled up on a little bit on that ankle. He was able to walk off the field, so it would be interesting to see if he's able to return to this game without Horn, at least for one play. We'll see what this Twin Springs offense can do, down 22-0. 2nd and 9. They are at the Holston 26-yard line. 3-receiver set. And a fullback dive up the middle to Tristan Counts. His second carry of the game goes for about 1 yard.
Tristan Counts, a senior, 5'10", 230.
He
Difficult guy to bring down, Casey.
Yeah, he looks to be a little hobbled again. Counts did not play last week in the opener for Twin Springs. So we'll see 3rd and long for the Titans. Certainly figure they are in 4-down territory. Don't need to pick it all up on this 3rd down. Abel Dingus, the quarterback, under center. He's looking right. That's going to be a bit high, and Kilgore unable to come down with that one.
Yeah, that's just one where the throw's a little bit high. It's kind of just a little bit of a comeback route there on the outside, but just got to get that down a little bit, maybe a hair two to the inside, but also a catchable ball too as well. But now it brings up 4th down.
Looks like Ryan Horn is checking back into the ball game, number 22, so that's good to see. He was out for 2 plays, and they will go for it on 4th down as expected. Will Twin Springs.
Back in, but moving a little gingerly when he went back into the huddle, something we're definitely going to have to keep an eye on.
Play clock is inside of 5. The Titans have to hurry here on 4th down. They just skid it off. They're going to throw a screen to Horn, and he loses the football. And that gets picked up by Holston. The Cavaliers have been on fire in all facets, and that one, Jarvis, was a fumble recovery by Hayden Sinclair, number 15 for Holston.
Looks like they're trying to set up the screen there. You have the center and the right guard, right tackle, all kind of swinging out to the right-hand side, just trying to get Horn the ball in space there, but Holston did a great job of sniffing it out and really never had a chance from the start. And here's Holston again now taking over 1st and 10 with the ball back on offense.
Cavaliers will go the I formation under center. They're going to fake and roll out. Tweed looking deep. And there's a flag. That'll be pass interference on Colton Kilgore. He never made a play on the ball. He just shoved the receiver down.
It looked like he got a little bit turned around. I don't know if he knew where the football was, not able to locate it.
Watch here on this replay.
Yeah, just kind of gives him a shove and never is able to turn that head around. That's an easy call. Looks like that flag came all the way back from the linesman, though. But here's Holston again, getting another drive starter, and with the penalty, they're back close to midfield.
Of course, in high school football, pass interference is a 15-yard penalty. Not like the NFL where it's the spot of the foul. So 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line, and we got, looks like offsides against the Titans.
Prior to the snap, offsides on the defense. 5-yard penalty, remains 1st down.
That was Tristan Counts jumping early on the near side, and well, looked like also the nose tackle 74 jump in early too. A couple of different Titans jump in early.
So that's 20 penalty yards that Twin Springs has given Holston to start this drive. We're going to get a fullback dive. That ball's on the ground, but again, it is recovered by Holston. So Jarvis, the Cavaliers have put the ball on the ground twice, but they've recovered both times.
Yeah, there's certainly been some opportunities for Twin Springs to try to make some plays defensively and get back into the game. The ball hasn't bounced their way. They haven't been able to pounce on the football.
That was Dustin Bott that put it on the ground, but it was recovered by the Cavaliers. Dustin Bott has a touchdown pass in this game on a nice halfback pass. They're going to go to Kessner here on second down. The Twin Springs defense shuts him down. Actually, that was Luke Green on the carry.
One of the things I really like that Holston is doing is they are mixing up their offensive formations, keeping the Twin Springs defense on their toes. They're going with 2 wide receivers on the near side. They're going with 1 wide receiver set. They're going out of shotgun and spread. They're really doing a good job of mixing things up, making it difficult on that Twin Springs defense to make adjustments.
All right, 1st and 10. Out of the I formation, that's Green. Breaking a tackle, Luke Green cuts it outside. Inside the 20, inside the 15, Luke Green, the sophomore running back. Some nice vision there, Jarvis.
Well, a great job here on the left side of that offensive line. Brack Stamper, 74, and Caleb Casey, 58, the left guard and left tackle, sealing off that left-hand side to create that running room, and a big gain there for Holston to get inside the red zone.
As a Pals first down. We'll get another handoff here, and if it's working, keep on doing it. Inside the 10-yard line.
It almost looked like the identical play. Again, a great job there by Stamper and Casey, just sealing that left side, creating that running room right there for Holston.
Luke Green, the featured back on this possession. Merrick Kessner getting a breather. Inside the Toyota red zone, a place that has been frequented by the Cavaliers tonight. 2nd and 5 from inside the 10. Back to Green for the 3rd straight carry, and this time he's going to maybe lose half a yard.
Just getting blown up.
Yeah, I think Holston saw enough of that play. They've saw it 2 times there now, and I think that was a situation where Holston was like, all right, well, we're going to run it until you can stop it, and the Twin Springs had had enough, creating a no-gain situation, and now it's an important 3rd down.
3rd and 6. Now the I formation, 2 receivers. We're approaching the 6-minute mark of the first half.
3 down linemen here.
Holston taking their time, play clock inside of 5.
3 down linemen, but you got 8 guys in the box here, and now we have a whistle.
We got a timeout by Holston. And we'll take a timeout as well. Cavaliers on top 22-0 over Twin Springs.
Toyota and your local Toyota dealer are combining resources to support our area high schools. We stand together as community partners for our high school athletes and their families to help schools and students get the most out of their high school years. Toyota is proud to join News 5 WCYD, Fox 39 WEMT, and Tri-Cities CW to provide each host team with a charitable donation to their school. Proudly presented by Toyota and your local Toyota dealer. Tonight's donation goes to the Holston Cavaliers.
Welcome back. You look at the Sky 5 drone powered by Empire Ford. As a Holston timeout here. Coming up, we're going to have the Friendship Jeep halftime report. We're going to hear from the band at HMG's Heart of the Town segment. We'll see where Andrew McClung went this week. And we're going to hear from the Tennessee Army National Guard and more. All that coming up on the Friendship Jeep halftime report. We're going to reset things for you here. 22-0 Holston. They have a 3rd and 6 from the 7-yard line. They did call a timeout. That was the first timeout of the half for Holston. We'll see what they go with here on 3rd and 6.
You got 2 wide receivers on the near side.
It's going to be a handoff to Green. He's got a lot of room. Into the touchdown for the Holston Cavaliers go Luke Green, the sophomore, and 3rd and 6. No problem. A Toyota touchdown. Some great push by that offensive line.
Again, it's Stamper and Casey on the left side of that offensive line, sealing off that side to create that running room just untouched into the end zone there for the touchdown. Holston just pouring it on.
28-0 pending the extra point attempt by Griffin Hall. .550 remaining in the opening half. Extra point is up, and that one will be no good. That is missed wide to the right. So a touchdown by Luke Green, a missed extra point. The only thing that hasn't gone right for Holston so far. They lead 28-0.
Toyota and your local Toyota dealer are combining resources to support our area high schools. We stand together as community partners for our high school athletes and their families to help schools and students get the most out of their high school years. Toyota is proud to join News 5 WCYB, Fox 39 WEMT, and Tri-Cities CW to provide each host team with a charitable donation to their school. Proudly presented by Toyota and your local Toyota dealer. Tonight's donation goes to the Holston Cavaliers.
Welcome back to Holston High School. All Cavaliers so far in this one, 28-0. Jarvis, the only thing that hasn't gone right for them was that missed extra point.
Yeah, really one of the rare mishaps for the Holston Cavs. 7 plays, 51 yards, 2 minutes, 45 seconds on that last drive, ending with that Green touchdown run.
Really impressed by Luke Green. I mean, Merrick Kessler started the game at running back. He's a junior. Then you got Luke Green, the sophomore that comes in. Coach Chris Akers for Holston, he's really impressed, and he's really looking forward to this sophomore class that he has. He said they're talented, but they're young and inexperienced. They look like a veteran ball club tonight.
Yeah, they really do. All the talk of Holston was the amount of seniors they lost from that team last year that won the second straight Region 1D championship, and how young they are. But the sophomores have stepped up tonight.
Toyota kickoff here by Holston, and Twin Springs not going much of anywhere. That was more of a squib kick for the first time. That was Jacoby Dunn with the return for Twin Springs. They're going to start this drive at the 31-yard line, 28-0 Holston. Keith Warner just trying to get his team into the locker room here with this without getting any worse than it is right now, 28-0.
Ryan Horn, 22, he is back out there for Twin Springs, Casey. I'm curious to see how he's going to look here on this drive.
Oh, we got a guy wide open down the far sideline. Oh, it's incomplete. Oh, they tried a trick play. They had the receiver all the way like he was on the sidelines. That was Julian Pascal, and that would have been an easy touchdown. You see Keith Warner got his hat off. He can't believe they messed that play up.
Oh, my goodness, Casey. They had it, a golden opportunity, and I like it a lot. I think not a lot has gone right here for Twin Springs, so they're just trying to do anything to get something going, and they had this play set up perfectly, but Dink is just an ever so slight overthrow, inches away from turning that into 6.
Yeah, that one you can't miss in a game anytime, but especially when you're down 28-0. Great play design, just not executed. And Ryan Horn breaking tackles. Look at him go across midfield. Horn inside the 40. He's going to get taken down at the 37-yard line. So that's a good bounce back for Twin Springs. Ryan Horn, good to see him back out there after he left, looked like with a gimpy ankle injury. Looks pretty good on this run.
He makes one guy miss, 2 guys miss, and it's one of the first times tonight we've seen Holston do a bad job of tackling in the backfield. Horn makes them pay, creating the first down and a whole lot more, and now they're in Holston territory at Twin Springs.
The Powell sudden service first down, and we have a timeout, looks like here. So 28-0 Holston on top of Twin Springs. 5:26 left in the second quarter. We'll be right back.
Does your company need to hire more than 10 new employees and you can't find qualified candidates? Are staffing needs keeping you from meeting the demand for your products or services? Human Resource Directors, let us fill your open positions. Our solutions can be tailored to all industries and businesses, small and large, manufacturing, healthcare, warehousing, transportation, construction, and more. Combining the power of television with targeted digital solutions, WCYB will speak directly to the candidates you need, wherever you need them. We'll showcase why you are an employer of choice. We send qualified candidates directly to your application portal from the Tri-Cities or nationwide, or for any other locations you may have throughout the country. Call WCYB today or use the on-screen QR code to connect directly with us. We're ready to relieve your staffing needs today.
Welcome back. Here we got back from a timeout. Twin Springs down 28-0. Got a 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line of Holston. Have 3 receivers. Handoff goes to Horn. Breaks a couple tackles. Horn cuts it outside. Inside the 20, breaks another tackle. Ryan Horn running possessed here. Now we got a late flag coming in. Wonder if that might be a face mask. Ryan Horn, Jarvis, has turned it up here.
Well, one of the things that I like Twin Springs has done, they haven't had a lot go right offensively, but they have kept giving Ryan Horn the rock, which is what you want to do because...
Personal foul, face mask on the defense. 15, half the distance to the goal from the end of the run. First down.
He's a guy that anytime he touches the ball, he can break one. And this is one of the first runs tonight where he's actually had room to run. And he gets out in space. He's able to make a couple of guys miss.
Horn did leave. Looked a little... He was kind of bending over on the sideline as they're inside the Toyota red zone for the first time. Those Twin Springs. And if the ball's on the ground, bounces right back up to the running back. That was Julian Pascal. And that would have been disastrous for Twin Springs if they didn't recover that one. So Pascal recovers, and again with Ryan Horn out.
As soon as Twin Springs starts to get momentum, that was the last thing they needed to give the football back, and that didn't take long. Ryan Horn is back in for Twin Springs.
2nd and goal for the Titans from the 8-yard line. Under 5 minutes left in the second quarter. Twin Springs desperately needs a touchdown to get back into this one. It's going to be a play action fake. The Horn, Abel Dingus rolls out, nowhere to go, and he gets sacked. That was Tristan Hess for Holston. Good coverage in the back end, Jarvis. He had nowhere to go.
This is one of those, though, when it's just, when there's nothing there, you cannot hold on to the football. You just got to throw it away to live it on another day. A sack there is not what you want to see, and now it's a 3rd and goal and 3rd and long from just outside the 10-yard line, and difficult situation now for Twin Springs.
3rd and goal from the 13. They're going to hand it off to Ryan Horn and say, go get us some yardage, big man. And Horn gets to get down to the 6-yard line, so he gets about half of those yards back. So that'll set up a 4th and goal. They're going to say it's going to be marked just outside of the 5-yard line. So certainly Twin Springs is going to go for it. The question is, the passing game has not been on point so far for Twin Springs, but I feel like you almost have to throw it in. I don't know if you can just give it to Horn and say, go get me 6 yards.
It's a difficult call. You would think it's normally a passing down situation, but you're right, Casey, the passing game just hasn't been there for Twin Springs. But if you run, you're right, it's asking a whole lot for Horn to pick up 6 yards.
They're going to throw it on 4th down across the middle, and it's complete for the touchdown for Twin Springs, Michael Wagner. The 6'4" junior tight end, and that was the nice throw by Abel Dingus to his big tight end, Michael Wagner, for the Twin Springs touchdown.
Love the play call, Casey. We talk about how the passing game struggled for Twin Springs and how the run game was good on this drive. So what do? You go with play action, you suck those linebackers in, and then you throw it right over the earlobe of those linebackers. You got Wagner there over the middle for the touchdown, and Twin Springs on the board.
And the Titans will go for 2. 28-6. They'll try to make it 28-8. They're going to have 3 backs in the backfield. And we got a flag. I think it might be offsides on the defense.
Dead ball. Defense lined up in the neutral zone. Half the distance to the goal. Replay the try.
All right, well, if there was any question on whether or not it was going to be a Ryan Horn carry, moving it half the distance to the goal only increases the chances, I think, that 22 is going to get the ball.
Right, but it's interesting because with the offside call, Twin Springs kind of showed their hand a little bit, so maybe they just don't care and they're going to go with it again, or maybe they're going to try and maybe they go back to play action again. It worked there on 3rd down. Let's see what Keith Warner has up his sleeve here.
It is the same formation they had. It is going to be Horn, and he's going to get into the end zone for the 2-point conversion. That makes it 28-8. Let's go back to that 4th down completion. Nice play action. Abel Dingus across the middle to Wagner. Twin Springs on the board, but they still trail 28-8.
Tonight's School Spotlight is brought to you by your local Toyota dealer.
How else would she provide? I mean, she couldn't manage 3 or 4 kids in the farm, and if you consider teaching a job, it's probably not for you. Teaching is a passion. You're drawn to it because you feel a need to help students, to help others. And that's why each day I get up, I'm excited to come to school. I'm excited to come to work. It's what I want to do. It's what I was called to do. She does, I think static probably is a better definition for Abigail. I'm a special education teacher, which means I assist a general education teacher in many classes. It's proof.
Proof. It's proof. It grants legitimacy to what he's doing. It grants legitimacy for him.
But it's always a challenge, and I find it's a good challenge to try to find a way to get a kid to be excited. Somebody's word against somebody else's word, to want to learn, to want to come to school. That's what makes it a joy to come in each day to teach. The classes themselves are challenging, and some kids have not had a lot of success in the classroom, and I find that's really rewarding to be able to get a student to be successful in the classroom.
We are back at Holston. Twin Springs kicking off for the first time in this game after they get on the board with a touchdown pass to Michael Wagner, then a 2-point conversion run by Ryan Horn, a Toyota kickoff for the first time by the Titans. 28-8 the score. That's going to be a straightaway kick. Some good field position here by the Cavaliers. Noah Tweed says, "Get out of my way." What a return by Noah Tweed, the starting quarterback, Jarvis, embracing contact.
I tell you what, the Holston special teams continues to just dominate this game and prove that they are the difference in this game. As soon as Twin Springs gets some momentum, Holston fielding the short kick, Tweed gets some running room down the sideline, and then I just love this right here. Pow, look at that. I don't know if Chris Akers loves his quarterback lowering his shoulder like that, but always love a guy that embraces contact inside the 30, and here come the Cavs knocking on the door again.
Great field position for Holston starting this drive at the Twin Springs 29-yard line. 3:04 left in the first half. Merrick Kestner back in at tailback. Luke Green scored the last touchdown for Holston. Kestner is going to get the carry. A lot of room on that left side. Inside the 20, Kestner down to the 10-yard line. He picks up for 20 yards on that carry.
And like the last offensive series, the left side of that Holston offensive line continues to have their way with the defensive front of Twin Springs. Look at this running room Kestner has on the left side. That's not a fluke. That's a great job by Brack Stamper and Caleb Casey opening up that running room.
All right, they're inside the Toyota red zone, but now they're backing up inside the Toyota red zone. That's going to be a false start against the Cavaliers.
On the offense, 5-yard penalty, remains first down.
All right, so that'll make it 1st and 15 from the 16-yard line. But the way Holston has been running the ball, that penalty probably won't hurt him too much. Again, it's going to be a handoff up the middle. Kestner gets popped, and the ball's out. I think the ball is out. Twin Springs has it. The Twin Springs Titans come up with a big fumble recovery. And boy, do they need that, Jarvis.
Well, Holston's been playing with fire here in the first half in terms of putting it on the deck, and it felt like it was only a matter of time before it came back to bite him. Here it is. Here's the carry. Great hit right here. Hit the helmet to ball right there, and that's how the ball comes out. And finally, Casey, Twin Springs is able to pounce on the loose ball on the ground.
Thomas Calhoun was the one that recovered the fumble. I think Julian Pascal may have been one of the players that caused the fumble, but a big turn of events for Twin Springs. They're going to start this drive with their own 8-yard line. And it's Ryan Horn time. Horn outside the 10, across the 15. That'll be a gain of 7 on first down for Ryan Horn.
2:35, you got plenty of time. Twin Springs has all 3 of their timeouts. One of those where you sometimes in a 2-minute situation like this, you just need to get 1 first down to get things going. If they're able to get that first down, I'll be curious to see how aggressive Keith Warner gets with his offense, because Holston, remember, they're going to receive the second half kickoff.
2nd and 3 for the Titans. Just over 2 minutes remaining. Ryan Horn has really turned it on here in the second quarter. Had a big kickoff return and a couple of long runs.
Look out.
Dingus gets walloped. The ball is out, recovered by the lineman for Twin Springs. Jimmy Pascal, his second fumble recovery, but Abel Dingus took a huge shot there, never saw it coming.
Never saw him, was looking left all the way, and a great job by Holston on the pressure here. Take a look, it's the play action fake, and it looks like he's getting ready to throw, and that's Gabe Foster coming from the right-hand side, delivering the hit. Twin Springs, fortunately, able to fall on it. That was Boone Thomas, the right tackle. But now it's a 3rd and 10 situation, 1:25 to go. Holston saving that last timeout.
3rd and a mile for the Cavaliers. They're going to hand it off to Horn. He gets back to the 15. You wonder here if Chris Akers is going to call a timeout for Holston. That's exactly what he does. He's going to stop this clock with 1:07 and force Twin Springs to punt the ball away here and still give his offense a little bit of time.
That's a huge sack, though, on 2nd down by Holston by Foster. Just looked like Twin Springs was trying to put a drive together. Here's another look at it again, and Dingus was getting ready to throw, but some great pressure by Holston.
Yeah, Jimmy Pascal, again, the 2nd time that offensive lineman for the Titans has recovered a fumble. Actually, the other one was the safety in the end zone is what he recovered. Yeah, coming up in about 1:07 here, we're going to have the Friendship Jeep halftime report. We'll hear from the band, HMG's Heart of the Town, and also we're going to hear from the Tennessee Army National Guard. All that coming up on the Friendship Jeep halftime report. We have 1:07 left in the first half. It's 4th and 4 for Twin Springs from their own 15-yard line. Holston called a timeout to keep as much time on the clock as they can, thinking they're going to get good field position. And the way Holston has dominated special teams so far in the first half is a good idea by Chris Akers to call a timeout, because they've had really good field position. Noah Tweed, he is standing at his own 35-yard line. This punt's going to come back from inside the 5. Looks like Ryan Horn might actually be punting this one. And he's going to fake it. That was Ryan Horn. I think they got the first down. There might have been a penalty flag thrown down there. It's hard for us to see from where we're at.
He needed to get to the 18-yard line, it looks like, and the officials marking him at the 22-23, so he easily got it. That's the linesman marking. I'm looking on the far side where the chains are.
There is a penalty flag.
Personal foul, unnecessary roughness, late hit out of bounds on the defense. Be a first down, 15 yards added to the end of the run.
All right, so they're going to call that an unnecessary roughness for a hit out of bounds against Ryan Horn. That's a gutsy play call, first of all, by Keith Warner to fake a punt in your, basically in your own 10-yard line, down by 3 scores with a minute left in the half, but it paid off, and then you get an extra 15 yards after the late hit. So all of a sudden now Twin Springs has this ball at the 37-yard line.
It's a gutsy call, but the way the Twin Springs special teams has gone, I kind of see it. And who's been the best player in this second quarter? Ryan Horn. So give him the rock, let him see what he can do, and he picks up the first down.
1:01 left. It's going to be Ryan Horn again. He has some room close to midfield. He gets brought down. That'll stop the clock on the first down. 53.9 seconds.
The last 3 or 4 runs by Ryan Horn, it's the first time all night I've seen him get some running room. That Twin Springs offensive line is starting to create a push up front, and they're starting to hold their blocks. And Ryan Horn is starting to get to that second level and get some big yardage.
Twin Springs wasting a lot of time here. They did huddle. 13 seconds have come off the clock. They're looking for the big tight end, Wagner. He takes a big shot from Hayden Sinclair. We see some big hits tonight from this Holston defense.
I was a little bit surprised Keith Warner didn't use a timeout there, Casey. I know the clock stops to reset the chains, but you're right, it took an awfully long time. There's 36 seconds left, so it's certainly, you're able to use that timeout if you want, especially when you have all 3.
36.3 seconds left, 2nd and 10. The ball is exactly at midfield on the 50. Abel Dingus will take this under center. 3 receivers, 2 to the far side, 1 to the bottom of your screen. Horn is going to take this one, and he's going to only get about 3 yards. That's going to have to be a timeout now for Twin Springs, and it is. The clock stops with 29.5 seconds left. So that's a timeout by Twin Springs.
Caleb Casey did a great job there for Holston, getting up the field and creating that penetration, and he was the one that brought down Ryan Horn right there. That was looking a little bit more like the Holston defense we saw in the first quarter when it came to slowing down the run game.
So now inside both of these coaches' huddles here, certainly for Holston, you have to be keyed on Ryan Horn, and also you definitely don't want to be beat over the top. Right now, this late in the half, it's 3rd and 7. If you're Twin Springs, what do you think they're going to try and draw up here?
Well, I wouldn't be surprised if you just keep it with Horn just to see what he can do, because he's done a great job creating some running room. But I also wouldn't rule out play action here, because they've established that run. That's how they were able to score that 1 touchdown down at the goal line, create that play fake, and then get it out to Michael Wagner in the end zone. So that's a possibility here, since you have Holston thinking run. They've had a difficult time slowing run. Maybe you can create a shot play down the field. We haven't seen Colton Kilgore get any action tonight for Twin Springs. Maybe this is an opportunity to try to get him a touch.
So Twin Springs has spent a majority of this game under center in the I formation. They do have 2 receivers, both at the top of the screen. And it's going to be a pass. Dingus is going to throw it. It's complete at the 35. That is Kilgore, Jarvis. You called it. That's another timeout by Twin Springs. Keith Warner, you saw him running down there to call a timeout. 23.6 seconds left.
Well, it's a great job there by Twin Springs. When you have those 3rd and long situations, you need the offensive line to hold up to let this play develop. You have the outside receiver running the post. You have the inside receiver running that crossing pattern. That was Kilgore there, and he picks up the first down.
All right, 23.6 seconds left. The ball is at the Holston 37-yard line. At this point, with 23 seconds left, and at this point of the field, I think it's almost impossible to call a run here. Remember, the clock will not stop unless you get a first down or out of bounds. So if they were to even complete a pass short of the first down marker, that clock will keep running unless they want to call a timeout. They only have 1 left.
This is one where everybody in the huddle, both offensively and defensively, you have to be on the same page. And I think it's important. I'm reminding Abel Dingus, if I'm Keith Warner, you cannot take a sack in this situation. If you don't see anybody open, you just got to throw it away. You cannot afford to take a sack and let that clock run, because you also want to save that last timeout you have as long as you possibly can.
1st and 10, 23.5 seconds left. The ball's at the 37-yard line. Dingus is going to throw it, getting pressure right in his face, and he is going down. That'll be a sack out to the 47, and
Twin Springs forced to call their final timeout of the half.
And that's exactly what you didn't want to have happen. You lose yardage here. I know Holston does a great job with pressure here and just Dingus unable to get it away. So you lose that last timeout. You lose some significant yardage too, and now it's a second and long, 2nd and 20.
That's a heck of a play by Dustin Bott. He's been everywhere. Remember, he threw a touchdown pass in the first quarter on that halfback pass. You got Dylan and Dustin Bott. They are a heck of football players. They're actually identical twins, Dylan and Dustin. I asked Coach Akers, I said, how do you tell them apart? He said, it is really difficult when they have football helmets on, but he said one of them is a little thinner than the other. Of course, once they got their jerseys on, you can just remember the numbers. Dylan is 23 and Dustin is 24. On the roster, we're given Dylan is listed at 6'2", 195. Dustin is 6'1", 205. So Dustin has his brother by 10 pounds, even though he is an inch shorter.
Well, they're both in the middle of that defense, and we mentioned last week they only allowed 104 yards of offense. They've been great in the first quarter, but had to lead to work with it the second quarter, and now playing in their hands here.
All right, Dingus throwing it deep to Kilgore, and that's incomplete. Nice coverage by Landon Sanders. And that's all Twin Springs can really do here. They got to chuck it deep. Anything short of the first down marker in the field of play, that would end the half.
That's fortunate, though, that that pass wasn't intercepted. He's looking for Colton Gilmer there on the outside. The ball was a little bit underthrown. I feel like with that deep ball, you almost got to throw it to the sideline so that the only possible guy that can catch it is your guy, the receiver, because when it's underthrown like that, you bring in the danger of it getting intercepted. That's what almost happened there. Gilmer almost happened to play defensive back there.
3rd and 20. We'll see what Twin Springs decides to do. Dingus going to chuck it deep. That one way overthrown his receiver. Falls incomplete. 3.2 seconds left. That was Colton Kilgore. Now they do have one final play, and the ball, though, is at the 47-yard line, so I don't think Dingus can get it to the end zone. Maybe he will, but he's going to need time. That's something he hasn't had a lot of here. Kilgore and Gilmer have been the two receivers. He's thrown too deep here, but the line's going to have to give him time. If I'm Holston, I'm sending the Bott brothers and not giving Dingus that time.
No, yeah, I think you're right, Casey, and that's one of the things where he hasn't had a lot of time to throw a lot tonight. Let's see what they do here. 3 seconds left.
All right, they're only rushing 3. They're going to set up a screen for Ryan Horn. The clock has expired, and so too has the first half. That picked up about 5 yards. First half dominated by the Holston Cavaliers. Although we do have a player down for Twin Springs, getting up slowly. I think that's Ryan Horn. He's got to be exhausted as much work as he's had tonight, but it's 28-8. Holston on top of Twin Springs. We're going to catch up with Chris Akers, the head coach of the Cavaliers, before we begin our halftime report.
Ryan Horn, he's going to need to rest up and get some fluids because Twin Springs, they're going to need him in the second half if they're going to make a comeback here and win this game.
So Ryan Horn laying it all out on the field for Twin Springs, but Holston off to a great start in this big matchup tonight on top, 28-8. As we're waiting for Chris Akers, and he has us now. Coach, first half thoughts on special teams. You guys really executed well. Talk about your special teams performance.
Yeah, you know, we started off quick on special teams and kind of got a jump on it. I thought we could capitalize a little bit more on that block punt. I thought we should have scooped it and scored, but we didn't. So, you know, we left some points on the board, but you know, the end of the half right there, that wasn't good on our part right there. That fake punt at the end of the half, that was gutsy on their part, and they got us on that, and we had to hold on. But we're going to be in a ball game, guys. It's going to be a tight game.
Coach, it looked like Ryan Horn got it going a little bit there in the second quarter. You did a good job containing him in the first quarter. So what do you need to go back to defensively where you guys were corralling him well in the first quarter?
You know, we just got to get back to our game plan. I think a lot of guys, when I was looking out there in the second quarter, were kind of standing around. They weren't reading their keys as well as they did in the first half, and we weren't getting downhill as well. I think we got relaxed on him. We talked all week that if we don't wrap him up, then he's going to make big plays on us. And I think we got too relaxed on him, and he's made some big plays because we hadn't wrapped him up and put him on the ground.
Coach, thank you. Good luck in the second half.
Thank you, guys.
All right, that was Chris Akers, head coach of the Holston Cavaliers. His team on top 28-8. Coming up next is the Friendship Jeep halftime report.
At Bank of Tennessee, it's our job to help you focus on the happy moments and check off the things on your to-do list to pull it all off, like finding the perfect soil mixture, the right pots, and a healthy inventory. So you can wonder what they'll think of the displays, and if your green thumb will leave its mark on the community. We're here along the way, so you can pull off the happiest moments in life. Bank of Tennessee, in the business of happiness.
Hey Bob, how do you like those new rechargeable hearing aids?
Don, I gotta tell you, if it feels good, it looks good, and it sounds good, it's gotta come from Sounds Hearing Center.
That's right, because we offer the best technology, the best service, at the best price.
And brother, I can testify to that. You'll not get a better deal anywhere, and he doesn't turn anybody down. Sounds Hearing Center.
Shop and compare. Why pay more?
Hey everybody, it's Labor Day here at Zach's Home Outlet. We have some amazing deals. Come see a huge amount of Ashley furniture all in one place. Get this recliner with power headrest and power reclining, just $4.99. Get this mattress in a box, just $2.59. This bedroom, just $10.99. This Ashley sectional, just $15.39. And for this event, get 0% financing for 12 months on everything in the outlet. It's all here and it's all priced better than anywhere else in town. Come see us at the Zach's Home Outlet.
Ride the Creeper Trail with the best. Bicycle Junction in Damascus. Your bike and shuttle needs are one and done with Bicycle Junction. Go to bicycle-junction.com to learn more.
Laurel Family Drug has been serving Damascus for 30 years, providing healthcare services to the area and people we call family. Laurel Family Drug. Go Holston Cavaliers!
Garrett Funeral Home supports the Cavaliers and has supported families in and around Damascus during times of need. Garrett Funeral Home, enriching lives, educating minds, easing sorrows.
Welcome to the Friendship Jeep Halftime Report. Friendship Jeep is Tennessee's #1 Jeep dealer.
Welcome back to Holston High School. We are at halftime. The Cavaliers leading Twin Springs 28-8. Enjoy the Holston Band. All right, that was the Holston Band. Great job, guys. Now it's time for our HMG Heart of the Town.
Holston Medical Group's Heart of the Town.
Welcome into this week's HMG Heart of the Town. I'm Andrew McClung, joined beside the owner of the Bicycle Junction here in Damascus, Adam Johnson. Adam, thanks for being with us today. Adam, just kind of tell me about the history of this business and when it first opened here in the town.
It opened in the early 90s, and I'm the third owner of this shop, but it opened in the early 90s with the trail, and it's just grown from there.
And you told me this used to be a barn, and it used to hold tobacco in here too. So
this used to be a barn. When I was a young fella running around here, I remember hanging tobacco in here.
Is it crazy to see? I mean, this was a place that used to be a place to hold tobacco, and now it's a place to where people, if they want to come ride a bike on the Creeper Trail, the Appalachian Trail, this is where they come to get one.
Yeah, we'd love to see them.
Yeah, so talk about, too, I mean, having the Creeper Trail here, what's it like with business and just having the community support here in Damascus?
The Creeper Trail is one of the only things Damascus has. We've got some industry, but not very much. It's one of the things that mainly fuels the town.
Talk about the history of it, too. I mean, because, there are trail days and everything. I mean, you can have some fun times here in the town.
Well, Trail Days is a big event. It sure is. In a year, it doesn't hold to the light of the Creeper Trail, but there's a lot of people come in here for Trail Days.
And y'all do have a big weekend coming up, Labor Day weekend happening this weekend, and y'all still do have some openings if people want to come ride a bike and go along the Creeper Trail this weekend.
Yeah, we've got plenty of spots left. Just give us a call and we'll make a reservation for you.
Well, you heard it there from the owner himself. If you want to come take a ride on a bike along the Creeper Trail, come to the Bicycle Junction and rent a bike from Adam. But for now, reporting for this week's HMG Heart of the Town of Damascus, I'm Andrew McClung.
All trophies and plaques for WCYB's Friday Night Rivals are provided by Eddie's Trophies and Gift Shop in Bristol. Eddie's Trophies also offers medals, plaques, acrylics, glass, and crystal pieces for your business, school, or sports team. That's Eddie's Trophy and Gift Shop, online at eddiestrophies.com.
Nobody's ever made breakfast as good as Wendy's new home-style French toast sticks.
I've never had French toast this good, not in my life.
Better than mine?
Mom, come on, these and yours
It's... Answer the question, Tyler.
Yeah, Tyler. Answer the question.
Get out of here, Willie.
If you want a little something sweet in the morning, choose wisely. Choose Wendy's new home-style French toast sticks.
Life can be a lot sometimes, but at Holston Medical Group, our primary care providers are here through it all, whether it be a routine checkup or something unexpected. Because at HMG, we're here for you through every stage of life with the best primary care and support. Whether it's you or the people you love most, choose a primary care provider you can rely on. Choose HMG, your health partner for life. Now accepting new patients.
You ready to save some money on furniture? It's the Zach's Home Labor Day sale, where you get 10% off your entire purchase or get 0% financing for 5 years. Save big on everything in the store, like this lift chair, just $4.99. This sofa, just $5.99. This Italian leather sofa, just $14.99. And this Liberty bedroom, just $19.99. And don't forget about our Pollywood outdoor furniture. Why would you go anywhere else? It's the Zach's Home Labor Day sale. You got to get the Zach's.
Getting that perfect slice is satisfying, fulfilling, and rewarding too. But we don't do it for fun. We do it for fresh. Slice to order makes a sub above.
You're watching the Friendship Jeep Halftime Report. Friendship Jeep is Tennessee's #1 Jeep dealer. The Tennessee Army National Guard.
Our coin toss sponsor of all our Friday night rival games is the Tennessee Army National Guard. I'm sitting here with Master Sergeant Dustin Rodero, who's going to tell us some things about the Army Guard. What's different about the Tennessee Army National Guard than other military branches?
Yes, sir. Thank you for the question, Jim, and I'm excited to be able to speak to you all about what the Guard offers, what we do, and so on. So what makes us unique is one thing that a lot of folks don't know is we have a state and federal mission. So when we talk about the state and federal mission, the state mission is when you see the National Guard on television and providing emergency relief to natural disasters and so on. Some examples here recently, the floods in Kentucky. We sent a handful of our aviation crews up there to help support and provide some emergency relief to our neighbors up north, as well as the Gatlinburg fires. We provided some soldiers down there to help support the relief effort down in that area. So something not many people know that makes us unique versus the other components.
Those are some jobs, but tell us about other jobs that folks might do in the Tennessee Army National Guard.
Yes, sir. So being in the Army National Guard, we offer a wide range of skills and training for soldiers, everything from in the combat arms arena, from infantry, artillery, armor, to your combat support career fields where you've got the medical field. I was a combat medic most of my career. You've also got the mechanic and maintenance field. You've got the military police arena, a lot of different diverse training opportunities and so on that we offer for our soldiers.
When you talk about being part of the military, you think great benefits. What are some of those benefits that folks that join your group can expect?
Yes, sir. So many of the younger soldiers pursue education. So when we look at higher education, whether that's college or skilled training, we offer not just the GI Bill and the tuition assistance that all Army components receive, but Tennessee Army National Guard provides the Tennessee Strong Act, which provides up to 100% tuition and fees at all in-state colleges and schools.
Awesome. Back to you.
Thank you, Jim. Holston on top of Twin Springs, 28-8. We're watching the Friendship Jeep halftime report. So because it's the Friendship Jeep halftime report, let's hear from Friendship Jeep. Here is Chris Childs.
We're at the Friendship Jeep halftime report here at the game in Damascus, and we think quite top mountain when you're out in the country of Damascus. And Chris, there's no better way to get up there than in a new Jeep from Friendship.
You know, you're absolutely right. And there's no better time to buy a Jeep right now at Friendship Jeep in Bristol. You know, we got 0% for 72 months on Gladiators. We got 0% on every Jeep model for that matter. They just launched for Labor Day weekend, 0% for 72 months on all Wagoneers, believe it or not. And you know what? We have the best selection in the Tri-Cities. We got over 200 new Jeeps in stock with over 1,000 coming. And we're just ready to serve the community. They all come with a lifetime warranty and Jeep Wave. And we're ready for you to come and check them out.
You talk about serving the community, and being part of a high school football game is just another one of the many ways that Friendship does just that.
Absolutely. You know, high school football is near and dear to my heart. I was an athlete growing up, and watching these kids just grow up and go through the high school ranks, and then they're getting accepted to college and play college ball. It's something that you have to invest in the community to make sure they know that they're worthwhile to continue to grow as a person and grow as a person in society.
Now, what speaks well, especially for Friendship Jeep of Bristol, is you are the #1 Jeep dealer in the entire state of Tennessee.
We absolutely are. We're the #1 Jeep dealer in the entire state. We sell more Jeeps than anyone from Knoxville to Roanoke. I like to say it's from Peyton Manning to Beamer.
You're watching the Friendship Jeep Halftime Report. Friendship Jeep is Tennessee's #1 Jeep dealer.
News 5 and Hardee's are honoring outstanding students who are making a difference both inside and outside the classroom by showcasing their achievements. Email your suggestions to 5starstudent@wcyb.com.
Did you know you can make your current home your perfect home with an ECU home equity loan? Need another room? We've got a loan for that. Need to remodel your kitchen? We've got a loan for that. Need repairs? We've got a loan for that.
Whether you have a lot of equity in your home or just a little, Eastman Credit Union has a choice that's right for you.
And that's what it means to have ECU beside you.
Shopping for your next car? With our online store, you can search inventory and get our pricing upfront. Select payment options, get a firm trade offer, and add service and protection plans. Complete your entire purchase from home in a matter of minutes. Then pick your car up at the dealership or have it delivered to you. It's that easy. Start shopping for your next car today.
Have you collected or inherited gold jewelry, silver diningware, gold or silver coins over the years? Nearly everyone has a collection, whether they realize it or not. Even broken gold jewelry is valuable. At Southern Gold Traders, you can get a free evaluation and find out what they're worth. And if you're looking to sell, we offer cash on the spot. We also offer watch and car key battery replacements. Whether you're looking to buy, sell, or repair, stop by Southern Gold Traders in Bristol or Johnson City.
Getting that perfect slice is satisfying, fulfilling, and rewarding too. But we don't do it for fun. We do it for fresh. slice to order makes a sub above.
You're watching the Friendship Jeep Halftime Report. Friendship Jeep is Tennessee's #1 Jeep dealer.
Welcome back. Holston on top of Twin Springs at halftime, 28-8. We are pleased to be joined by Keith Warner, the head coach of Twin Springs here as we're getting ready to begin the second half. Coach, you got off to a rough start. Special teams let you down early on. What's your message to the team at halftime?
We got to keep fighting. You know, it took a quarter and a half for us to get going. Anything that could go wrong did go wrong, but our kids are resilient. You know, that's on me for not having them ready. So the message at halftime was keep fighting against the good ball team. So our kids are resilient. They're going to bounce back.
Coach, what's the condition of Ryan Horn? And also, you also mentioned matching the toughness and the physicality of Holston earlier in the week. How do you do that in the second half?
You know, it's a game of football. You got to match physicality every Friday night. We knew they were going to be tough. We knew they were going to be physical. Ryan's going to be fine. He's banged up. He's getting some extra stuff happening to him, but, you know, we're going to take care of that. So he's going to be fine. You know, we're going to try to get our fullback, you know, Tristan fine. So we're working on him right now. So hopefully they'll be with the second half.
Coach, thank you for the time. Appreciate it. Good luck in the second half.
Yes, sir. Thank you, guys.
All right, that was Keith Warner, head coach of Twin Springs Jarvis. Let's take a look at some first half highlights.
Well, first half highlights, it all started with this opening kickoff right here. A short kick, but a well-placed kick, and Holston able to come up with the recovery, and then it sets up this touchdown run here by their quarterback. That is Noah Tweed. He goes in for the touchdown and the extra point, and Holston's off and running, taking the early lead. And then the Holston special teams continuing, coming up with this blocked punt. Twin Springs able to fall on it, but in their own end zone, it results in a safety. And then more Holston. Merrick Kessner in the run game going in for the touchdown, and then a little trickery with the halfback pass down the field for the touchdown. Landon Sanders on the receiving end. And then Twin Springs continuing to have special teams problems. A high snap, able to get out of their own end a little bit, but it's a turnover on downs. It results in 3 points. Holston continuing to add on to their lead. But then Twin Springs, well, not able to get any stops still on offense. That was Luke Green going into the end zone. And then Holston finally able to get on the board with the touchdown pass and cut into the lead. 28-8, Holston up. More Friday Night Rivals next.
Thanks for watching the Friendship Jeep Halftime Report. Friendship Jeep is Tennessee's #1 Jeep dealer.
Hey, Dustin here with my favorite dog, Tucker, to show you these great deals at Friendship. Don't dare pay over MSRP. At Friendship, we have 200 new vehicles with a lifetime warranty. Make this the summer event at Friendship Jeep of Bristol. Nobody beats Friendship. We're dealing.
At Bank of Tennessee, it's our job to help you focus on the happy moments and check off the things on your to-do list to pull it all off, like finding the perfect soil mixture, the right pots, and a healthy inventory. So you can wonder what they'll think of the displays, and if your green thumb will leave its mark on the community. We're here along the way, so you can pull off the happiest moments in life. Bank of Tennessee, in the business of happiness.
Hi, Stan. Can we help you?
Well, these hearing aids are working so good, I thought I heard you scooping that ice cream.
Yes. What flavor would you like?
Well, I'm not sure.
How about some of our Superman ice cream to go with your super hearing?
If you have a hearing loss, come down to Falls Plaza Hearing Center today and get it licked.
Call us today for a free evaluation and hear for yourself.
In the Falls Plaza Professional Building.
After 40 years, Pizza Plus is simply the best and better than all the rest. Celebrating 40 years with a medium one-topping pizza and a regular order of pizza sticks with cheese for only $15. That's any medium one-topping pizza and a regular sticks with cheese, just $15. A special thank you to Pizza Plus customers for 40 years of patronage. And here's to many more with Pizza Plus. Like them on Facebook, and for more information, go to pizzaplusinc.com.
Hey, Dustin here with my favorite dog, Tucker, to show you these great deals at Friendship. We have 800 used cars in stock as low as $6,000. And at Friendship, you get a lifetime warranty and a 7-day any reason exchange on new and used vehicles. Nobody beats Friendship. We're dealing.
Welcome back to Damascus. The Sky 5 drone powered by Empire Ford. Keith and Jason flying it tonight. Thanks a lot, fellas. Appreciate it. Let's check out some first half stats in this one. Rushing yards for Holston, 136. 181 total yards, and they have dominated time of possession, Jarvis.
Time of possession has been the difference, but usually you see a correlation between rushing yards and time of possession. That's what keeps the clock moving. It also helps that because of those turnovers and miscues on special teams by Twin Springs, it's given Holston some extra possessions.
All right, Ryan Horn for Twin Springs really burst out in the second quarter. It really all started with that long kickoff return.
It started with a long kickoff return. He was a slow start for him in the first quarter. Holston did a good job corralling him here. Look, a great open field tackle right here, but then all it took was just getting him the ball, and all it takes is for him to miss one or two guys and just to get out an open space, and he can get going. There is a heavy dosage of him in that second quarter. Look, able to cut back nicely and find that running room on the near sideline there for the big yardage, getting inside the 20, setting up that Twin Springs touchdown. Expect a heavy dosage again of Ryan Horn in the second half, although you got to wonder if Twin Springs is going to get a little bit more aggressive the further we get into that second half, just considering now there's only 2 quarters of play, but at least in the third quarter, I would expect a heavy dosage of Ryan Horn.
Right now, it was interesting that when we went to halftime, we talked to Coach Akers, and he was not happy with how his team finished that first half. You know, they're up 28-0. They give up the touchdown. They fumble as they're going in for potentially another score. So there's a lot to clean up for Holston, even though they're winning by 20. But if you're Twin Springs, and Coach Warner said they're going to keep fighting. Also, he mentioned, and we've talked about this, you know, this game's not out of reach yet, but it's going to be critical for Twin Springs to get a stop here on this first possession because they're going to be kicking off.
It all starts right here on this possession. You're exactly right, Casey. It's important for them to get the football back. Holston's going to be getting it to start. That Holston defense has to do really what they've struggled with in the first half, and that is getting off the field quickly. Let's see what halftime adjustments they make coming out here to start this second half.
Certainly one thing, you know, the Twin Springs coaches, I'm sure, are telling their players is there's no 20-point play in football. It's got to be a series of things going our way, starting with we need to stop on defense, and you got to score. So they can't feel like they got to try and do it all in one series. They have 24 minutes to come up with a 20-point deficit. They will kick off here to start the second half. Second game of the season for these two. Both won last week. Holston winning 21-0 over Eastern Montgomery on the road. Twin Springs won 28-8 at home over Northwood, and Ryan Horn will attempt the kickoff here for Twin Springs, doing a little bit of everything. Our Toyota kickoff to start the second half. Horn gives a good boot right to the 33. It's caught and out of bounds, and considering the special teams miscues for Twin Springs, that's probably the best field position their defense is starting with here at the 40-yard line.
Yeah, and I kind of like that kickoff there. Of course, you wish maybe you'd have Holston starting a little bit farther back, but you don't want to create a big play or give Holston a big play to start this second half.
The Cavaliers, as we saw there, the numbers running for well over 150 yards in the first half. Noah Tweed's doing an excellent job managing the offense, the sophomore quarterback. Luke Green and Merrick Kessner, the top 2 tailbacks. It's been I formation, steady for most of the night, and they're going to start. We got a flag thrown. It's a big run on this first down play by Kessner, all the way down to the 35-yard line. But again, there is a flag in the area, Jarvis, of holding.
I think this might be coming back, which it's a good thing for Twin Springs, because that's not how you wanted to start the second half.
Yeah, personal foul, blocking below the waist on the offense. 15-yard penalty from the spot of the foul.
All right, so no holding, a legal block below the waist. That's a 15-yard penalty rather than a holding penalty. So that'll be a big penalty for Holston on the first play of the third quarter.
I'm looking at my notes, Casey, and I couldn't help but just kind of the irony. I remember Keith Warner saying earlier in the week, he said, whoever controls the ball and no turnovers is going to have an excellent chance. At least in that first half, it was Holston controlling the ball and Holston not turning it over. No coincidence that they're up on the scoreboard.
1st and 17 after the penalty against the Cavaliers. The ball is backed up at the 33-yard line. There's going to be a quick throw to the outside. Juggled, caught. Fighting for extra yards is Hayden Sinclair. For Holston, he's going to pick up about 4 yards.
If it wasn't for that bobble, it looked like he had some running room there on the outside, but I think that bobble was just enough for Twin Springs to rally to the football. There it is right there, just a little bit of that bobble, enough for Twin Springs to get there, and then the rest of the teammates able to finish off the tackle.
2nd and long, handoff. Nice hurdle move right there. Holston doing what they want on the ground. Merrick Kessner looks like he could maybe run the 110 hurdles.
I tell you what, 24 Dustin Bott delivers a great block right here, creating that extra running room and able to get that running back out in space and crossing midfield, and Holston's back on the move.
Kessner picks up the 1st down, and Holston continuing to run the football. And as Jarvis has pointed out, they have been loving that left side. And we have an injured Twin Springs player down.
I think that's Julian Pasquale, the freshman.
The freshman running back, linebacker for Twin Springs. See the trainer for Holston rubbing the left calf there. It is early September. It got a bit of a breeze, but it's hot out there.
I also think this is one of those things where it's a physical game. We've seen Horn hobbled a couple of times. We've seen some Holston guys hobbled, slow to get up, and with a half of football underneath our belts, I think this is just, this game's going to be won in the trenches, no question about it.
You know, 2 weeks ago when we were at Elizabethton, how many times did we see players cramping in the second half? We didn't see anybody in the first half, and we had probably 5 or 6 players that night cramping in the second half, and now less than a minute into the second half, we have looked like cramping there from Pasquale.
And of course, this is only week 2 too. So with, you know, of course, with the amount of practices and pads these teams can do, of course, you know, guys still kind of getting into the flow of things here, week 2 of the high school football season in Virginia.
All right, Cavaliers loving that left side on the ground. They keep going to the left side. And it's going to be close to a 1st down.
I love how Kessner, there's about 2 or 3 guys trying to bring him down, but he keeps his feet moving, and then he gets some assistance from the offensive line to pick up an extra 2, 3, 4, 5 yards. Look at this, just keeps the feet moving and then just drags a couple of defenders with him close to the 35-yard line.
Merrick Kessner picking up a Bank of Tennessee 1st down for the Cavaliers. And again, they have been running left all night long, and here they go again. Kessner down close to the 25-yard line.
It's really a tip of the hat to Brack Stamper, 74, left tackle, Caleb Casey, 58, that left guard. They just keep going back to that left side because they're able to get that push up front, and it's allowing, regardless who the running back is, or even if it's the quarterback Tweed on the keepers, able to get to that 2nd level.
It's working. They keep doing it. Kessner again, close to the 20. That'll be another 1st down.
And that time, he actually did a good job of kind of selling like he was going to go off left tackle and bounce it to the outside, but he did a good job finding that cutback lane and getting back, running closer to left guard center position and running north and south, if you will.
All right, Kessner goes to the sidelines to get a well-deserved break. Luke Green dotting the I formation. Green's going to fall forward for about 2 yards. This Holston offense chewing up some clock to start the second half, taking 2.5 minutes so far, and they have not thrown the ball much tonight. Of course, they had the best pass they've had all night was the halfback pass from Dustin Bott. That went for a touchdown. They're inside the Toyota red zone, 2nd and 8 from the 18-yard line. Again, they got that tight end lined up on the left side. That's where they've been running all night long. Holston taking their time, play clock down to 6. It's going to be Green. Bounces it outside. Across the 15 and down close to the 13.
That's the one advantage Holston has, though. When you have a 20-point lead, you don't need to put it through the air. So they're doing a great job of just keeping it on the ground. Of course, they're getting that great push up front, so they're able to chew up clock, get some yardage, pick up first downs, and this is a drive approaching 4 minutes here to start the second half. It's not the start you wanted for Twin Springs.
Green exits and Kessner comes back in, a tailback. We got a flag there. Might have a false start against Holston.
Prior to the snap, false start on the offense. 5-yard penalty, remains third down.
All right, so they'll back up 5 yards, and that might change the play call here. It goes from 3rd and 3 to 3rd and 8. But the way they've been running the football, they may keep it on the ground, and they've had a very good field goal kicker so far. Griffin Hall, 2 for 2 in field goals.
Well, yeah, but how long did it take you to get home from here?
It's a critical 3rd down for this Twin Springs defense. But as Jarvis pointed out, regardless of what happens, they've already chewed up 4 minutes of this third quarter. Tweed on a designed run. And he's going to fight his way down close to the 10, and he is very close to a first down. That was a quarterback run all the way.
Oh, that's a backbreaker, though. You force him in a 3rd and long situation. You think you have him right where you want him, and just able to find a littlest crease to get to the 10-yard line, and he is right there on the doorstep of a first down.
And it is a first down. Referee Scotty McCracken signaling a first down. A Bank of Tennessee first down. It's be 1st and goal. So 3rd and 8, they go with the quarterback run, and it gets exactly 8 yards. And I honestly, the way this is right now, Jarvis, I don't know if Holston's going to throw the ball the rest of the game the way they have been running the football tonight. Tweed will be in the shotgun here. And that handoff to Kessner, dangerous, almost put that one on the ground.
Definitely wasn't clean. It looked like there was maybe a little bit of confusion whether Tweed was going to keep for himself, and it almost looked like he decided the last minute he was going to hand to Kessner. Oh, it actually came out of his hand a little bit up near the face mask, but Kessner able to stay with it there and get that handoff. Holston able to avert disaster.
A great replay by our crew there to get that one. 2nd and goal from the 7. Tweed going to run all the way, this time to the right. A rare run to the right, and Tweed down inside the 5, about the 3-yard line. That'll set up 3rd and goal. As now this drive has gone over 5 minutes for the Cavaliers.
Yeah, Holston, look at this drive is a success regardless of what happens at this point. We're approaching under 7 minutes to go in the third quarter. They're up by 20 with a chance to make this a 3-possession game.
They made a penalty against Holston. Didn't hear the call, but they are backing up to wipe that play out. It's going to be balls now all the way out to the 19-yard line. 2nd and goal from the 19. Had to be a personal foul because they were inside the 5. Out of the I formation, Kessner cuts inside the 10-yard line. It's amazing. They're getting 7-8 yards a carry.
Just slicing and dicing through that Twin Springs defensive front, and it's some great vision too by Holston. They're in their running backs. Look at Kessner here. Just look at that hole he's able to run in through, and then just able to cut it back there. This Holston Cavs offensive line is doing a fantastic job up front, creating some running room.
3rd and goal from the 9 for the Cavaliers. Will they keep it on the ground? Yes, they will. Kessner trying to bounce it outside. He's going to be taken down just shy of the 5-yard line. So this opening possession of the third quarter has chewed up more than half the quarter. And now it's 4th and goal from the 6. Will Chris Akers go for it? Or will he send in the field goal unit up by 20? Looks like the offense is staying on the field for the time being. The play clock is at 20 seconds. He's still thinking about it. he wants to, looks like he wants 1 second on the play clock, then he's going to call a timeout. So once he officially calls it, we will take a timeout as well, but you never know. These Cavaliers have been tricky once tonight, but yeah, they call a timeout. So 28-8, we're going to take a timeout. We'll see what they do on 4th down. You're watching Friday Night Rivals.
With a new Toyota, you can practically make summer stand still. From making a splash in a Highlander to fitting in more fun in a Camry or tackling a trailhead in a RAV4 hybrid. Who's a good boy? Enjoy the last of summer in an exciting new Toyota during Toyota's national sales event.
Save big on the best-selling SUV Toyota RAV4, like this electrified RAV4 hybrid with fuel savings over $3,700. Save even more with 1.9 APR financing.
Come in today.
Toyota, let's go places.
Life can be a lot sometimes, but at Holston Medical Group, our primary care providers are here through it all, whether it be a routine checkup or something unexpected. Because at HMG, we're here for you through every stage of life with the best primary care and support. Whether it's you or the people you love most, choose a primary care provider you can rely on. Choose HMG, your health partner for life. Now accepting new patients.
Welcome back to Damascus, Virginia for Friday Night Rivals. Holston on top of Twin Springs 28-8. It is decision time for the Cavaliers. It looks like they will attempt the field goal. Griffin Hall. Now it looks like the offense is going to stay out there. It is Noah Tweed going out there. So they're going to go for it. 4th and goal from the 6. It's going to be a pass. Tweed heaves it and it is knocked down. Knocked down by Colton Gilmer. So a big stand for Twin Springs, Jarvis. That is the good news. The bad news is for Twin Springs that Holston took 7 minutes off the 3rd quarter clock.
They took 7 minutes off the clock, and I also think, too, going for it, look, if you don't get it, you're making Twin Springs go the length of the field to try to put up points. So I understand the decision by Chris Akers, and his offense has been rolling, too, and his defense, for the most part, has done a solid job. Now let's see what the Titans can do here with their first offensive possession of the second half. The bad news is, though, they're touching the ball for the first time with less than 5 minutes to go.
Colton Gilmer there almost had a chance to intercept it. He just knocked it down. He had a lot of room to run there if he could have come down with that one there. But Ryan Horn on 1st down picks up about 5 yards. So Twin Springs at this point in the game with just over 16 minutes of actual game time left, Jarvis, and the way the possessions have been few and far between, it's almost, you think, every time Twin Springs has the ball, they need to score.
Yeah, absolutely, and I think this is one of those, it's a 3-possession game right now, so I know they like to run the ball, and I know they've had some success running the football, but also that does chew up some time off the clock. I want to see if they'll maybe consider taking some shots down the field and seeing what they can come up with.
2nd down, I formation. It's going to be Horn again. Close to a 1st down, but he's going to be short. That'll be 3rd down for Twin Springs.
3rd and short, though, that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. 3rd and 1 is definitely gettable. With 4 minutes to go, though, the clock is a little bit your enemy right now, so you have to be cognizant of that as Horn is getting checked out again on the sideline.
Looks like they might be relaying the play through Ryan Horn. 3rd and 1 for the Titans. 3:40 remaining in the 3rd quarter.
14 plays Holston ran on that drive to start this second half.
All right, it's going to be a fake to Horn. Dingus is going to throw it. It's going to be complete for a nice gain. Helmet comes off and a flag as well. That was to Tristan Counts, the fullback. And with that helmet coming off, I think there might be 15 yards added on to the end of that run.
Love the play call, though. The bootleg, get Dingus out in space. Just an easy pitch and catch to Counts, 1st down.
Personal foul, face mask on the defense. Offensive player does not have to leave the game due to his helmet being off.
All right, good job by referee Scotty McCracken explaining that even though Counts' helmet came off because it was via the penalty, he does not have to leave for one play.
but a great little play call there. You have the right guard, Jimmy Pasquale. He's pulling to the left, so you get that run action to the left-hand side, and then you have Dingus rolling to the right. You leak out that fullback, and the flat picks up the first down, and with the penalty, all of a sudden, Twin Springs is at the Holston 40-yard line.
All right, we'll see what Twin Springs has. Down by 20. It's going to be Ryan Horn. Said that name a lot tonight. This time, the Holston defense holds him to a gain of 2 yards, and that was Gabe Foster.
Curious to see if they get Dingus out on those bootlegs again. They've done that a couple times there. They've tried to do that a couple times, and getting him out of the pocket, getting him away from that Holston pass rush, and especially with the way they've been running the rock, you run it to keep them honest, then roll him out of the pocket, and sometimes maybe that can create those shot plays too.
3 receivers on second down. It's going to be a fullback dive. That play to try to keep him honest. Julian Pasquale there, and no going as it's Dylan Watt on the tackle. That'll set up 3rd and 5 for Twin Springs.
Yeah, Dylan Watt, 23, just right there at that linebacker spot, doing a great job seeing it all the way. Great tackle there, and it's a 3rd and 5 situation. Let's see what Holston does here. They're going to have 2 receivers at the top of the screen, 1 on the bottom, and Horn in the backfield.
We'll see if it's Ryan Horn time. Again, it is. He's got a little bit of room. This time, Horn breaks the tackle. He's inside the 40, inside the 30, and down inside the 25. A Bank of Tennessee first down for Ryan Horn, who has continued to get better and better as this game has gone on. Slow start, Jarvis, in the first quarter, picked it up in the second, and continuing here in the third.
32-yard run, makes 2 guys miss and be able to bounce it to the outside. One of the things, if you can't tackle him, Chris Akers said if we can't bring him down early, it's going to be tough on us. They were doing a good job of that in the first quarter, and then we've seen on this drive to open the second half, in addition to some of those runs in the second quarter, Horn has been able to make some guys miss. So let's see if Twin Springs, if they can get some points here before the end of the third quarter, maybe get some momentum going to the fourth, you just never know.
All right, Dingus is going to keep it on an option, then pitch it to Horn. First time we've seen that play tonight, and Horn's going to pick up about 5 yards. So first time we see the option for Twin Springs. They are now inside the Toyota red zone. 1:11 and counting in the third quarter. And again, Jarvis, first time we see this today.
Well, look, Horn's the best player on the field. He's going to be their playmaker down the stretch. So now it's just a matter of showing them a different look, something that they haven't seen already, that Holston defense. So I like the creativity. They haven't run the option to get it. It looks like it's going to be a run with Dingus and then flip it out to Horn. It's all about just kind of mixing and matching here at this point in the game. 2nd and 6.
Pasquale back in. He gets the carry. He's going to be short of the first down marker, just shy of the 15-yard line. As we're approaching 30 seconds left in the third quarter. Again, this is the first possession of the second half for Twin Springs. It's hard to believe that they may not even finish this first possession by the time the third quarter clock expires. 3rd and 2. They don't have to run a play. There's about a 1-second difference, but down by 20, I think they need to here. And again, Ryan Horn not in the game right now. It's Pasquale, the freshman, up the middle. First down, Jarvis. That's probably going to be the last play of the quarter.
I like that, though. The Twin Springs offensive line doing a good job getting that push, and Pasquale able to get some running room up the middle there, and also has a nice chunk of turf with him on the left side of that helmet.
All right, that will be the end of the third quarter. No score in the third quarter. Holston still leads by 20, 28-8. We'll be back for the fourth quarter on Toyota's Friday Night Rivals.
News 5 and Hardee's are honoring outstanding students who are making a difference both inside and outside the classroom by showcasing their achievements. Email your suggestions to 5starstudent@wcyb.com.
Ride the Creeper Trail with the best. Bicycle Junction in Damascus. Your bike and shuttle needs are one and done with Bicycle Junction. Go to bicycle-junction.com to learn more.
At Bank of Tennessee, it's our job to help you focus on the happy moments and check off the things on your to-do list to make them happen. The food, the setup, and if you bought enough flowers. So you can worry about what they're going to think. what in the world are they going to think? What your mom will say. And if you remember the dance you practiced a million times, we're here along the way so you can pull off the happiest moments in life. Bank of Tennessee, in the business of happiness.
Behind every Food City meat and seafood counter is a highly trained, certified butcher. Our butchers offer special orders, custom cuts, and even entire meal recommendations. In fact, you'll be so impressed with our butchers, you'll be asking yourself, what can't they do?
Huh, I bet he'd be great at wrapping presents.
Okay, well, maybe not that. But at Food City, our butchers make almost everything better.
News 5 and Hardee's are honoring outstanding students who are making a difference both inside and outside the classroom by showcasing their achievements. Email your suggestions to 5starstudent@wcyb.com.
Laurel Family Drug has been serving Damascus for 30 years, providing healthcare services to the area and people we call family. Laurel Family Drug. Go Holston Cavaliers!
Garrett Funeral Home supports the Cavaliers and has supported families in and around Damascus during times of need. Garrett Funeral Home, enriching lives, educating minds, easing sorrows.
Toyota's Friday Night Rivals, presented by Holston Medical Group.
Welcome back. At the start of the fourth quarter here in Damascus, Holston on top 28-8. It's first and goal from the 10 for Twin Springs. Ryan Horn back in, and he's going to get the carry on first down, and he's in for the Twin Springs touchdown, a 10-yarder, a Toyota touchdown for Twin Springs.
Great blocking up front. Holston bringing a couple of guys off the edge, trying to slow down that run game, but able to find that crease is Ryan Horn up the middle. That's exactly what Twin Springs needed to start this fourth quarter. A quick score. Now they're going to, I would assume, go for two. It's a two-possession game now. Try to cut in to that lead even more, make up some ground here. Important start, though, to the fourth quarter for the Titans.
Yeah, Twin Springs, their regular kicker got hurt in the preseason, so they do not have, they will go for two. Horn, I formation. It's going to be Horn up the middle, cuts it outside, and he is in for the two-point conversion. It's 28-16. Ryan Horn with the two-point conversion. He also had the 10-yard touchdown. So we have a player down for Holston with cramping, and we'll be back. It's 28-16. Holston on top of Twin Springs. You're watching Friday Night Rivals.
Hey, Dustin here with my favorite dog, Tucker, to show you these great deals at Friendship. Don't dare pay over MSRP. At Friendship, we have 200 new vehicles with a lifetime warranty. Make this the summer event at Friendship Jeep of Bristol. Nobody beats Friendship. We're dealing.
I'm Chili Billy Jones. That was me as a baby. Cute, right? Now, ever since I can remember, I've loved chili. You can probably tell. Especially Pal's Chili Burger. One tasty all-beef patty covered in chili, cheese, and onions. I'm a big fan. Even got my own chili bits, all ready for the occasion. It's Chili Billy time.
Chili lovers rejoice. The Chili Burger, only at Pal's. Great food in a flash.
I love you.
Hey, Dustin here with my favorite dog, Tucker, to show you these great Friendship deals. We have 800 used cars in stock as low as $6,000. And at Friendship, you get a lifetime warranty and a 7-day any reason exchange on new and used vehicles. Nobody beats Friendship. We're dealing.
Welcome back to Holston. Twin Springs just scored a touchdown and another two-point conversion. The Cavaliers scored the first 28 points of the game. Twin Springs has scored the last 16. So Jarvis, you're down by 12. We've played 5 seconds of the fourth quarter. Are you thinking maybe onside kick, or is it too early?
No, I don't think it's too early at all. Look, Twin Springs has had a difficult time slowing down that Holston run game. You're at that point, too. It's either now or never at this point. I don't really know. If you're not going to do it on this possession, do you have enough faith in your defense to get a stop? Tough to say. Let's see what happens out here on this.
Well, it looks like Holston is preparing for an onside kick. They have 10 players within 20 yards of the line of scrimmage. One man back deep. So if Horn can kick this, if you don't want to onside kick it, he can try and pooch it over these first two lines. And it is an onside kick. That didn't go far enough. It's got to go 10 yards, and it went about 8.5, maybe 9. So a legal touching, and that'll belong to Holston.
Right idea, though. The onside kick to himself, if you will, just a little tap right here, but you got to wait for it to go 10 yards before you touch it. He may have even kicked it right there, which would have been an illegal touching. But then the ball just kind of dies on that Holston turf.
There has to be no worse feeling when you cannot touch the football. You're just looking at it, and it just stops about a yard short. So Holston will start this drive at the Twin Springs 49-yard line, up by 12. We played 5 seconds in the fourth quarter. And as you would expect, Holston in the I formation, up the middle, and more running room for Kessner. We said that a time or 2 or 10 tonight so far, Jarvis.
Yeah, big gain there on first down. They have it at midfield. 14-yard run there all the way down to the Twin Springs 36-yard line. Middle hash, move the chains. Holston getting that run game going again.
Cavaliers not wasting any time. All right, while we have a minute here, Merrick Kessner, Jarvis, had a heck of a game. The junior running back. Let's take a look at some of his highlights.
Well, he only had 55 yards last week, and now Twin Springs is the beneficiary because he's having his coming out party. Kessner, that is, in week 2 of the season, going in for the touchdown run here. And then this has been a common theme. The runs to the left side, the left tackle and the left guard, Brock Stamper, Caleb Casey have doing a fantastic job on that left-hand side, creating a lot of running room for the junior Merrick Kessner.
You know, in that first down play there, it was almost like Holston was in a hurry. They snapped that ball really quick. I think Chris Akers got the message out. What are you guys doing? Slow down. Now you see they're taking all advantage of that play clock. With it down to 10 seconds, they're going to get under center here. The time is on their side. And look at that line making more blocks. And Kessner, another first down. And another great run by Merrick Kessner. Of course, he couldn't do without the offensive lineman opening up holes, and he's not even getting touched until he's about 5 yards past the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, I mean, look at how far down the offensive line is, creating that push, and he just gets to the second level with ease. And that's been the common theme tonight, whether it's Kessner, whether it's Tweed, whether it's the Bob brothers. We've seen Luke Green get some carries. Holston doing a good job mixing and matching who gets carries out of the backfield.
First down, another carry. This time, Kessner is going to lose a couple yards. Twin Springs, great gang tackling on defense.
Andrew Sawyer is just penetrating up the field. That's really one of the first times we've seen that here, and none bigger than right there, creating that loss. Here he is at coming off the edge right there and just blowing up that play in the backfield for negative yardage.
Sawyer, 6'3", 285. Really nice play right there by the senior. A loss of 2 on the play, 2nd and 12. 9:51 and counting in the fourth quarter. Twin Springs cannot afford to give up any more points. Holston going to use all this play clock here. 2nd and 12, handoff up the middle to Kessner, and again he's going to lose yardage. Twin Springs back-to-back stops, Jarvis. First time we've seen that all night.
Yeah, first time we have, and none more important than right now. And it looked like there that time, number 70, Jimmy Pasquale, getting in the mix for Twin Springs, coming in on that tackle. It's all about penetration. It all starts with the front 4, with that offensive line, that defensive line, creating that penetration, letting those linebackers get through, because those defensive linemen, you taking up those blocks, linebackers able to come up, make the tackle. Now it's a 3rd and long.
3rd and long. It's going to be a pass by Tweed. He's going deep. He's got a man open, and it's caught for the touchdown. They lull him to sleep, and then they go over the top for the touchdown. Dylan Bott wide open for the Toyota touchdown, and that might have been the backbreaker in this one. What a play here. Tweed up top to a wide open Dylan Bott.
Bott just sneaks behind the linebackers in the secondary, get him to bite with the play action. Great job, Twin Springs, on those couple of run stops, and thought maybe they'd go to the well run one more time, with Holston trying to use up some clock with the run game. Holston able to burn him there. Tweed with the touchdown pass. Great play call there by the Cavs.
Griffin Hall's extra point is up, and it is good. That makes it 35-16. Holston The home crowd back in this one. We'll be back on Friday Night Rivals.
Come on, Brian.
Dad, look.
Brian, come on.
I'm Courtney.
I'm Brian.
Ready, Brian?
Summer won't last forever, but you can go out and make memories that will during Toyota's National Sales Event.
Save big on the roomy new Toyota Highlander, like this electrified Highlander Hybrid with fuel savings of $3,000. Save even more with 1.9 APR financing.
Come in today.
Toyota, let's go places.
For most families, saving enough money for a down payment to buy a home is difficult. We're the Bank of Marion, and we understand. That's why we offer a no down payment home loan for well-qualified applicants. Get your loan, buy your home, move in. We make it easy. And that's another reason why we're the home loan leader. Call, click, or come see us now at any of our hometown branches across the region.
Welcome back to Damascus. The crowd with some energy for the first time in a while after Holston on that big passing touchdown to Dylan, Vaught, and Jarvis. It is going to be a very, very tall task now for Twin Springs.
Well, no doubt about it. It looked like Twin Springs was going to get that stop, that one of the few stops they'd gotten all night, and then Holston just whips out the play fake and they take a shot. Unbelievable play call, and now Twin Springs is on their heels and running out of time.
All right, we got Kilgore here on the kickoff return, close to the 40-yard line. Colton Kilgore. So it'd be good field position for Twin Springs, but they're running out of time. 8:50 left. They're down by 19 points. It's been a little challenging here in Damascus, cell service-wise. We'll pass along some other scores on the area, but do have J.I. Burton beat Shohowie tonight, 26-7.
Big win for J.I. Burton and head coach Jacob Caudill.
So Keith Warner, his team down by 19 points with just under 9 minutes left. They scored on their last possession, but the problem is they haven't been able to get the stops here. Ryan Horn on the ground, and Holston's defense has seen enough of Ryan Horn.
Kind of looks like the Holston defense we saw in the first quarter, corralling Ryan Horn, getting the carry here, and then it's all about winning at the line of scrimmage, able to get off those blocks. Great job there by the Holston defensive front, creating that stop.
That was Lance Thomas for Holston on the stop. Junior, 6'3", 225. There's no gains, 2nd and 10. Ball's at the 37-yard line as Twin Springs, every second on that clock, valuable. They're going to go 2 receivers. It's going to be a pass across the middle, and that's incomplete. They were going for the tight end again, Jarvis, but it was a low throw. That
was the play that went for a touchdown in the first half, and he was open over the middle. Michael Wagner, just the throw a little bit low and in the dirt. If he's able to complete that and put it right at his chest, that had the makings for a first down and a whole lot more missed opportunity there for Twin Springs.
That sets up 3rd and 10. Abel Dingus, quarterback, the junior for Twin Springs. Gonna have to put it in the air again here, throws it out quickly to Kilgore through his hands. That'll set up 4th and 10. Looks like we got a Twin Springs player that's a little gimpy right there. That'd be
Pasquale, I think.
It is Pasquale. He was cramping earlier in this half. He's gonna head off. Of course, Twin Springs has no choice. They have to go for this, down by 19, 4th and 10. They've been looking for Wagner in the passing game. Also, you wonder if they're going to try a screen or a swing pass to Ryan Horn to get him the ball somehow. And they're going to throw it up.
Coming.
And that ball is airmailed to the Holston sidelines. That'll be a turnover on downs, as the Cavaliers will take over in Twin Springs territory. And we'll be back. You're watching Toyota's Friday Night Rivals.
At Bank of Tennessee, it's our job to help you focus on the happy moments and check off the things on your to-do list to pull it all off, like finding the perfect soil mixture, the right pots, and a healthy inventory. So you can wonder what they'll think of the displays, and if your green thumb will leave its mark on the community. We're here along the way, so you can pull off the happiest moments in life. Bank of Tennessee, in the business of happiness.
Shopping for your next car? With our online store, you can search inventory and get our pricing upfront. Select payment options, get a firm trade offer, and add service and protection plans. Complete your entire purchase from home in a matter of minutes. Then pick your car up at the dealership or have it delivered to you. It's that easy. Start shopping for your next car today.
Welcome back to Holston High School. We just had a turnover on downs by Twin Springs. They were not able to get anything going on that drive, so Holston up by 19 will take over with 7:54 left. This drive will begin at the Twin Springs 37-yard line. There's a good shot of Noah Tweed, the sophomore quarterback for Holston. So certainly the future bright, the Cavaliers with a sophomore quarterback this year. And the best thing about a sophomore is he'll be a junior and then a senior, and a handoff up the middle, and there is Luke Green lowering his shoulder, Jarvis. And what a play. Luke Green quietly having a really good game tonight.
Yeah, really good game tonight. I think that was Ryan Horn that he ran over 22. Yeah, he kind of had him on his heels. That's something he can hold his head high on, because I'll tell you what, Ryan Horn, he's not an easy guy to barrel over, but he was able to do it right there.
They picked up 4 yards and 4 hard-earned yards by Luke Green, the sophomore. And there's more sophomores on this Holston team than any other class. A young team, not good news for everybody else. Luke Green going to get no gain there, and certainly Chris Akers, you know, said this team had a lot of mistakes in the opener at Eastern Montgomery. Now, they did play that game, and it rained almost the entire game. We came up here on Monday to talk to Coach Akers. They had every football they had was out in the sun, drying out. He said it was just one of those games. They didn't start till 9 o'clock because of lightning. It was a long night, rained the whole game. He said every ball we had was just water soaked.
I tell you what, when you're able to win a game like that, though, that can really build a lot of confidence for you moving forward. I know the game was even delayed because of lightning. When you're able to win games like that, it really builds confidence for your team.
Here we go. Noah Tweed, the quarterback keeper, and we do have the penalty flag, though, back past the 25-yard line, so it is a first down pending this penalty call here. So it's either going to be a first down or it'll be going backwards. Looks like
personal foul on the offense. Blindside block. 15-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. Be third down.
A blindside block against the offense. That wipes out the first down. That's a 15-yard penalty.
Chris Akers has to really be pleased with what he's seen from his team tonight, though. I know earlier in the week he was saying how he thought the offense, they needed to be better if they wanted to come out and win this game tonight. And they've really imposed their will on this Twin Springs defense with their run game. And they haven't thrown it a lot, but when they've had to throw, they've been able to make some plays in the passing game.
Yeah, he told me, he said, we're going to have to play our best. And I don't think they've played their best. I don't think Coach will certainly likely be talking to him after this game. I don't think he would say they played their best, but they have played better than they did play last week. So third and a long distance here for Holston. Play clock inside of 10 seconds. They're in no hurry, going to use it all up here smartly. Going to run a little counter play here on third and long. Nice open field tackle there by Kilgore against Luke Green. Colton Kilgore, Jarvis, he saved the big game.
Yeah, huge game tonight.
Really nice tackle. Watch this play again. Colton Kilgore, number 2, in space. That is a very hard play to make. Kilgore, the junior, did an excellent job there.
It's amazing how schematic we get caught up in the schemes of football and the X's and O's, but it always seems to come down to the fundamentals. The tackling is one of them, and when you can do it in one-on-one situations like that, it's going to make you that much better as a unit.
4th and 12. And Chris Akers is going to let this play clock either expire and take a delay game, or he'll call a timeout when it gets down to 1 second. And he's going to call a timeout. That'll be the second timeout of this half for Holston. So this is a perfect time, Jarvis, to take a look at our Toyota drive of the game. And I'm guessing it's going to be by the Cavaliers, but that's just a guess. We have no idea.
Well, your guess would be right, although it looks like here the fumble recovery.
That's how it started.
That's how it started, but then it's all back to that running game. And again, on the left side, the Cavs doing what they've done all night long, a big run down to the 10-yard line, and then there he is, number 1, Luke Green, one of the backs, getting a lot of doses on the ground, goes into the corner of the end zone for the touchdown. That is the Toyota drive of the game. Casey.
I was going to say, the crew had me worried there for half a second because I thought, oh, maybe they did go with Twin Springs, but it was how that started the drive. Excellent job. That is the Toyota drive of the game. And 4th and 12 for Holston. They are at the Twin Springs 39-yard line.
The crew's got to keep you on your toes. They got to keep us on our toes. That's what it's all about. But they're doing a fantastic job down there, as always.
All right, offense is staying out on the field. 5:16 remaining in the fourth quarter. It's 4th and 12.
One safety deep. That's all. Everybody else around the line of scrimmage.
It's going to be a pass. They're bringing the blitz. And now Tweed has some running room. He has the first down on 4th and 12. They brought the pressure, could not get him down, and that left a lot of room for Tweed to run.
It was the right play call. They had him bottled up, but what we were just talking about on the previous play was tackling, and it's a missed tackle here by Twin Springs, able to create the first down coming off the edge. Thomas Calhoun missing the tackle there on Tweed, and Tweed able to escape, picks up that first down, keeps the chains moving, more importantly, keeps the clock moving.
That probably ended this one right there if it hadn't already been ended, but a 4th and 12, a run there by Tweed, a Pal Sudden service first down, and they are about an inch away from being in the Toyota red zone, which they now are, as Luke Green inside the 10-yard line. That'll be another first down as they continue to gain yards on the ground. I think Green and Kessner, they need to take their offensive line to McDonald's or something, Pals, and they deserve something. Food is usually how offensive linemen like to be gifted, I would imagine.
They've been doing a fantastic job creating that penetration up front. We've been talking about the left side, but you also got to give kudos to the right side and the center too. Lance Thomas, Tristan Hess, Boone Thomas, all doing a terrific job up front for the Cavs.
1st and goal. Again, Holston wisely using all of the play clock. It's now down to 7 seconds. And we got a false start against, I think it was Luke Green, the tailback, kind of was leaning forward there.
5-yard penalty, remains first down.
He was just so anxious about trying to score a touchdown there. He couldn't hold on any longer and started to move forward, so they'll back him up, and honestly, not the worst thing in the world. Take a little more time off the clock here. Twin Springs gonna have to regroup after this one. You know, last year they lost to Holston in game number 2, ended up still winning the Cumberland District. This is not a district game for either team, but they are in the same region and could potentially see themselves again come the postseason. We're gonna have a handoff here. Another penalty flag comes in.
One thing about these two teams is there's mutual respect for each other, mutual respect for Keith Warner and Chris Akers, and even though it's not a district game, that mutual respect is the reason why they keep scheduling each other every year.
And Holston is backing up once again.
Holding by the offense. 10 yards from the spot of foul. We play first down.
You know, these two coaches actually were on the same staff for a season at Gate City. Chris Akers was the head coach. Keith Warner was his assistant for one season. That was several years ago. but as you mentioned, Jarvis, they have a very good relationship, and these two teams play often early in the season in the non-conference portion of the schedule. Ball's out to the 20-yard line.
Well, they both play very similarly, these two teams. They want to establish the run. They want to be physical. And both programs are kind of similar, too. And both are trying to have laid the foundations and are trying to build up and be competitors, not just as flukes, but on a yearly basis.
Green gets that penalty yardage back. Gets back to the original line of scrimmage. That clock continues to run as we approach 3 minutes. And again, it's the left side of that offensive line for Holston, opening up big holes, and Green and Kessner taking advantage.
Tristan Hess, the right guard there, 54, did a great job of pulling from the right side to the left side on that counter play, kind of serving almost as the lead blocker, if you will, for Luke Green there on that play.
Play clock down to 10, 2nd and goal. From the 12-yard line, Green getting a lot of work here. There's another penalty marker that comes in.
Coming in from the umpire back there that time.
Holding on the offense. 10-yard penalty, spot the foul, 2nd down.
So holding against Holston. Certainly that is something Coach Akers can point to. They did put the ball on the ground, I think, 3 times in the first half. They recovered 2 of them. And then they have had a lot of penalties tonight. But the way they've been running the ball, they've been able to overcome those penalty yards. And we have a timeout by Twin Springs, I believe. And we'll take a timeout. Holston on top 35-16 on Friday Night Rivals. I'm Casey Getz.
I'm Heather Williams.
I'm Steve Wilmoth of ESPN Tri-Cities and TriCitySports.com.
We will highlight the key matchups and make our predictions.
Join us for Prep Picks every Wednesday on News 5 at 5:30.
News 5 and Hardee's are honoring outstanding students who are making a difference both inside and outside the classroom by showcasing their achievements. Email your suggestions to 5starstudent@wcyb.com.
Hardee's is proud to recognize our scholar athletes, celebrating excellence in academics and athletics.
From Holston, we honor Ashton Keith. The senior carries a 4.0 GPA. She's captain of the volleyball team and was named MVP of the basketball team her sophomore year. When not on the court, you'll find Ashton volunteering at church and in the town of Damascus.
All Hardee's scholar athletes have the opportunity to compete for a $5,000 scholarship to be awarded at the end of the season.
Welcome back after that Twin Springs timeout. 2nd and goal from the 21-yard line. And Holston's been getting about 10 to 12 yards, then they get a holding penalty. Back up, they get those yards back. Another holding penalty, then they get the yards back. It's been a yo-yo here on this drive, and we're going to have a handoff to Green. He gets stuffed for no gain.
James Craig coming up from that middle linebacker position, able to make that stop, just shooting that gap right there, and then a good tackle right there by the scholar athlete, James Craig. Casey.
Very, very true there. 5'10" senior. James Craig just has that kind of big neck pad almost back there as a middle linebacker you would expect to have. Old school style there for James Craig. 3rd and goal from the 21, Twin Springs. Down by 19, and we're going to get a pitch. Green has a lot of white jerseys in front of him. He's going to go out of bounds. I don't think Chris Akers wanted to see him go out of bounds, but that'll stop the clock. Something the sophomore will learn from in the future, I'm sure. About that's the last thing you want to do is run out of bounds. Plus Holston, a minute 37 away from winning their 17th straight regular season game.
Amazing. Amazing, and it's a credit to what Chris Akers has done in taking over this Holston program. I think some people were a little curious to see where the program would go after Derek Patterson left and took the Virginia High job, and Akers has come in, and the Cavs haven't skipped a beat.
4th and 15, Tweed looking to throw it. Now he's going to tuck it and run. He's got to get in the end zone, and he will dive in. He loses the football They say a touchdown, Noah Tweed, put an exclamation point on this one. A Toyota touchdown on 4th and goal from the 15. And he takes it in for the touchdown, and that one, Jarvis, the exclamation point.
What an effort. I mean, the play, it's a broken play. He's able to make something out of nothing. Look at this, it's a play action. He's nobody down the field, and he just finds daylight to the left, and he just outruns everybody. He sees the corner, he goes, I'm gonna get there, you're not. Dives for the pylon. What an effort, and what a night for the quarterbacks, the sophomore Noah Tweed.
Griffin Hall in for the point after attempt. This one is up, and it is good. That makes it 42-16. Holston on top of Twin Springs.
You know what's ironic? The final score of last year's game when Holston won 41-16. Here it is, 42-16. It's almost deja vu all over again.
So what you're saying is Griffin Hall should have missed that extra point, and then we could have had the exact same score as last year. But great effort here again on Tweed when he dives across and in.
And all that ball needs to do is just break the plane, and as long as he still has the possession when he breaks the plane, then there you go. That's the touchdown in case the fans at home are wondering, well, wait, the ball came loose after he crossed the plane. Touchdown's good.
Well, looking ahead here for Holston next week, they are going to stay home. They're going to step up in class, hosting John Battle. The Trojans will be headed to Damascus. Twin Springs, I think they're playing Unaka next week.
Unaka at home.
Yeah, so Tennessee school will be making the long drive. There it is. Boy, our crew is good. Unaka will be traveling. That's going to be a long trip from Stony Creek all the way to Nicholsville.
The two played last year, and I think Keith Warner, he's going to, I would imagine special teams is going to be a point of emphasis at practice this week. That was an area they really struggled with tonight. And of course, you know, it's still early in the year, so I think coaches will tell you, hey, we're still getting better and better.
Have a kickoff here by Hall, who has had a busy man, so that one's going to go out of bounds. That'll draw a penalty flag.
One of the rare mistakes in the kicking game for Holston. 9 plays, 70 yards, 6.5 minutes it took off the clock. It's been the theme in this second half by Holston, just doing what they had to do. They had a big lead to work with, and using the run game to their advantage and burning clock, not making mistakes.
Of course, next week on Friday Night Rivals, we're going to be at Dobbins-Bennett. The Indians playing David Crockett. That game was scheduled to be in Jonesboro, but due to the lighting issues that David Crockett having, they moved that game to J. Fred Johnson Stadium in Kingsport, and we will be there. Next Friday night, that game will start at 7 o'clock. Pre-game show will be at 6:30. We got a handoff up the middle for Twin Springs.
That should be a fun matchup. Dobbins-Bennett playing well to start the year defensively, and of course Jonathan Gillespie explosive on the outside for DB. Crockett's always tough.
I wish I could tell you how they're doing tonight, but again, with the spotty service up here, it's been very difficult to look on social media to get other scores. So they were both 2-0 coming into tonight. I know David Crockett, they were playing at Morristown West tonight, and Dobbins-Bennett was home against Morristown East. So they were both playing the Morristown schools tonight. Ryan Horn continuing to fight for Twin Springs. And then the Titans, they were the preseason favorite in the Cumberland District. And, you know, of course, they won it last year. And certainly I don't think tonight's game is going to change anything in that regard. They still will be the favorites in the Cumberland District along, you know, that's where you have Thomas Walker and Eastside, J.I. Burton, name a few of those schools up there in the Cumberland.
And there's still a lot of football left. I mean, I still think there's a strong possibility this might not be the last time these two teams see each other. Of course, Region 1, always difficult. What a hit right there up front.
That was Lance Thomas.
Holston. Yeah, great job.
Into the final seconds of this game, and that'll be the last play of the game as Keith Warner will meet Chris Akers. This one all Holston tonight. The Cavaliers win their 17th consecutive regular season game, 42-16 over the Twin Springs Titans. When we come back, we'll present the Friday Night Rivals trophy to Holston, and we'll talk with head coach Chris Akers.
The right way to top a sub is with real red wine vinegar made from red grapes and no food coloring. And the right way to film it is in slow motion. Obviously. Because authentic ingredients make a sub above.
I'm Chili Billy Jones. That was me as a baby. Cute, right? Now, ever since I can remember, I've loved chili. You can probably tell. Especially Pal's Chili Burger. One tasty all-beef patty covered in chili, cheese, and onions. I'm a big fan. Even got my own chili bits, all ready for the occasion. It's Chili Billy time.
Chili lovers rejoice. The Chili Burger, only at Pal's. Great food in a flash.
I love you.
Life can be a lot sometimes. But at Holston Medical Group, our primary care providers are here through it all, whether it be a routine checkup or something unexpected. Because at HMG, we're here for you through every stage of life with the best primary care and support. Whether it's you or the people you love most, choose a primary care provider you can rely on. Choose HMG, your health partner for life. Now accepting new patients.
The Dobbins-Bennett Indians versus the David Crockett Pioneers are Toyota's Friday night rivals. Friday at 6:30 on Fox 39 WEMT. Join News 5 Sports' Casey Getz as he brings you live game coverage of some of the biggest and oldest football rivalries in the region. Toyota's Friday Night Rivals, presented by Holston Medical Group.
All trophies and plaques for WCYB's Friday Night Rivals are provided by Eddie's Trophies and Gift Shop in Bristol. Eddie's Trophies also offers medals, plaques, acrylics, glass, and crystal pieces for your business, school, or sports team. That's Eddie's Trophy and Gift Shop, online at eddiestrophies.com.
Back to Damascus, the moon just about going out of sight here. Twin Springs fans, they're going to be making the trip back to Nicholsville after watching their team lose to the Holston Cavaliers 42-16. As Jarvis mentioned, almost an identical score to their matchup last year in Nicholsville is 41-16. Jarvis, here's some highlights.
Well, it all started early on for Holston. This is the opening kickoff, just a little pooch kick, finding some daylight. Cavs able to recover at the 20-yard line, and it sets up the opening score, part of a big night for Merrick Kestner in that Holston run game. Touchdown gives the Cavs the early lead. Then the special teams continuing for the Cavs. The blocked punt, it would be recovered by Twin Springs, but in the end zone, resulting in a safety. Cavs adding on to that lead, and then again, it is Kestner going into the end zone for another rushing touchdown. Then the halfback pass, Dustin Bott finding his receiver, Landon Sanders, down the field. Holston just rolling, and then another Twin Springs miscue on special teams would result in more points for Holston, part of a big win for the Cavs, winning 42-16. And joining us now is the head coach of the Holston Cavs, Chris Akers. Coach, fantastic win for you all tonight. Just what do you think was the difference was in your eyes?
Yeah, you know, I think the biggest difference was our preparation this week. Last week we didn't play very well, and we were upset with the way that we played, and we changed the way we practiced. We got after it. We only did things that we were going to be successful with tonight, and these kids play hard all the time. We ask a lot out of them, and they played their guts out tonight.
Coach, I want to ask you about the left side of the offensive line and then the running of Kestner and Green. Can you talk about that performance?
Yeah, our offensive line, we challenged them this week, and they played a lot better up front and moved some people around. And, Kestner and Green, as far as varsity experiences, they've only had one game in their bag, and we kind of found out that they're downhill runners and they go hard.
Coach, I mean, kind of just building off what Casey said, I know this was a big game. I mean, Twin Springs, this was a game they were eyeing you guys. What do you think this says about just Class 1 and you guys' efforts to get back, to another Region 1D championship?
We listen to the news. We watch the news, and they said they got the region in the bag, and that upset us a little bit. I'll just be honest with you, that upset us a little bit. We know we got a lot of work to do. We're not worried about regional championships right now. We're just worried about week to week and getting better. But, these guys made a statement tonight that, even though we lost some seniors last year and people thought we were going to be down, that we're still here.
Well, Coach, one, thank you for watching us. We appreciate that. Number two, can you give that trophy to your guys and enjoy this win tonight?
Boys, here you go.
All right, that was
fired up bunch of Holston Cavs down there.
You know what? There you go. They're saying we don't pay attention to the outside noise. Coach is admitting they pay attention to the outside noise. They will always use that as motivation. 42-16. Congrats to Holston, their first Friday Night Rivals trophy. A big win for the Cavaliers. 17th consecutive regular season game. All right, we've got to take a moment to thank Toyota, Holston Medical Group, Friendship Automotive, Food City, Hardee's, Pals, Bank of Tennessee, the Tennessee Army National Guard, Jersey Mike's, Eddie's Trophies, who make these games possible. Thank you also to you at home watching. Next week, we will be at Dobbins-Bennett High School. The Indians playing David Crockett. That game will be on WEMT. 7 o'clock kickoff, 6:30 pregame show. You can watch a replay of this game Saturday, 1:30 on the Tri-City CW. For our fantastic crew and Jarvis Heron, I'm Casey Getz saying good night from Damascus.